Yes. So, kind of near the end, when you all were talking to the mayor, two young gentlemen were calling for help, making their way back. One of them had been shot in the leg, and their horses were stolen by someone out near Oak Ridge, or by the Oakridge Crossing, rather. So you all have been sent out with Slim. Y'all been deputized. Law was thrown onto a horse and slowly regaining consciousness as you all headed north. So let's go.
Oh,
Slim leads the party to the Oakridge Crossing. It takes about 10 minutes at kind of a light trot. Y'all aren't going super fast yet because you're going to have to do some tracking. As soon as you get to the crossing, you see that it looks more like it's like two game trails rather than actual roads. One of them's a little bit better trodden, though, and it leads to kind of far off in the distance. You see a pretty big manor house. And Slim says, that's the Silverwoods Manor. They're a pretty big deal around here, but this is the crossing.
I want to get off my horse, and can I do a nature check to see the land to make sure?
Sure. A 2. You are not at all familiar with the wildlife or anything in this area.
Can Wayne's gonna dismount and kind of check the dirt for any anything that may have been dropped or anything I can use to track which way we're going.
Investigation.
Okay. So roll that out. That's gonna be a 14.
A 14. After a couple of minutes of looking around, you notice that there appears to be the signs of kind of a scuffle that happened about 10 feet off the trail. It looks like that because any grass that's there is like matted down against the ground and some of the dirt has been kicked up. And you're able to kind of follow that and see that there's a trail that heads east of here. It's small, it's hard to follow, it'll take a while, but there do appear to be 2 sets of horse tracks.
Okay. All right, fellas. Found the beginnings of a trail over this way. We'll want to dismount and walk the horses this way, going east.
Absolutely.
Can you tell by the tracks if they are riding the horses or are they walking horses? Because if they're riding, they're going to get way ahead of us, and we only walk.
DM.
With a 14, you can tell that they are riding at least one of the horses.
One of the horses is definitely being ridden, so you're probably right. We should should mount back up, and I'll have to go a little slow till I can get a better grasp on this trail, but then we can pick up some speed. So I remount my horse and start heading east.
Law fully powers up. Sort of turns on and goes, "Excuse me for my absence. Where are we?"
We are tracking 2 horse thieves, and we are heading that way now. So the the mayor have asked us to bring them in.
Hey DM, what's the environment? Is it plains-like? Is it a bit rocky?
It's plains, but there are patches of grass here and there. It's not quite fully desert, but it's that weird in-between area between grassland and desert.
Is there a high point nearby?
Yeah, you can find a high point. It's actually further along the trail that you're heading along.
Law goes, "Perhaps we could get a look and see if we can find them from that higher vantage."
You know what, Law? That's a good idea. Let's do that.
Law suddenly looks down and is Law on a horse? Like somebody put him on a horse?
Yes, you're on a horse.
Looks down and realizes he's on a horse and is like, "I do not know how to ride a horse."
It's pretty easy, Law. Follow my lead, and I'm gonna show Law the basics. Do you want an animal handling, DM?
Yeah, it would be a disadvantage, but since someone's providing the help action, flat animal handling roll.
Sick.
Oh. So wait, who's rolling, me or Law?
Law.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good.
3!
So Law, while you were powered down, you weren't making much noise, and so the horse kind of just followed the other riders and didn't make too much of a fuss. However, you start talking and moving and vibrating in strange ways, and the horse starts to get kind of skittish, starts bucking a bit. Yeah.
Wayne's gonna dismount and try to calm down the horse that Law is on.
Animal handling or persuasion.
I'm gonna do
Persuade
animal
the
handling.
horse.
Whoops, sorry, I rolled Arcana by accident. 1 second. That was I clicked the wrong one.
What was the roll?
Yeah, you can
It was a 2.
The Arcana check is really important.
This horse seems pretty mundane.
Wait, no, I rolled a 9 now. It's a little better.
I hate that joke so much.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a 9.
Not a magical horse.
A 9.
Yeah.
So, the horse is freaking. It's threatening to start actually bucking. Wayne, you come over, and what do you do to try and calm it down?
I just kind of like, whoa, easy there, fella.
It calms down a bit, but it is still clearly quite skittish, and it's like looking around a lot more, trying to turn its head to like look behind it at Law.
Can I give it a shot?
Sure.
Settle that.
Animal
horse.
handling.
Yep.
12.
Yeah. What do you do?
So I'm gonna dismount my horse and get in level with the horse, and slowly stroke the head and be like, "Ooh, easy down now. This is our friend Law. He is there to help. Now I understand he is a heavy and probably your unusual rider, but if you behave nicely, there will be a nice treat for you when we get back."
Did you just call Law fat?
I am
Well, like-
entirely made out of wood and metal. So
I can't imagine you weigh that heavy though.
The horse looks at you. It kind of, you can see its breathing is starting to get a little bit slower. And when you say that it'll get treats, it literally like throws its head, and then it's stepping around. But it's ready to go. It's just anxious to move now.
Oh, man.
actually,
Law,
DM, real quick, what is the max carry of a horse?
Oh, no.
Well, I will say that I foresaw this, and I described last time that they had put you on more of a workhorse than a riding horse.
Like a Shire horse?
Yeah. It's a
'Cause
shorter, stubbier, and stronger.
I am approximately 270 pounds.
Good God.
That's fine. I'm sure a workhorse could handle that.
Okay.
Yeah, everyone else has a pretty light and slender riding horse. But
I'm
Law
just
is on
riding
a
this
workhorse.
fucking Budweiser Shire.
So now, Law,
Dale.
let the horse lead you, and follow my lead, and I'm gonna ride up to the hill.
Gotcha. You all
Want me to roll another animal handling?
No, you're good. We'll say it was handled. The horse was bribed with treats. It's very food reward oriented.
Same.
Yeah. So you all make your way up. You look out across the plain in front of you. It's a lot of rolling hills, so you can't necessarily see extremely far. However, you see a speck kind of off in the distance. And yes, Law, your eagle eyes let you see pretty clearly for quite a distance. What is it?
Oh,
Real quick, what's the environment through here?
The environment is the transitionary land between like a grassland and a desert. So there is a lot of open dirt, and there's a few patches here and there of some grasses that are growing.
Okay.
What about trees?
Every now and then there's a couple of trees, but there's not like a woods or
More
anything.
tundra looking.
in conditions of clear visibility, you can make out details of even extremely distant creatures and objects as small as 2 feet across.
Nice.
That is all that it says.
Gotcha. So we'll say that far off in the distance, you can see what appears to be kind of a rickety fence and a small house, like a one-room house that is off in the distance, let's say some 300 or 400 feet away.
Do they got the little like ranch windmill in the front yard?
Yeah, but it's in disrepair, and it clearly was kind of quit halfway through production.
Okay.
Are we about to meet Muriel, and Eustace?
That'd be
And
really
their
good.
dog.
Ooga booga.
Do I see any horses?
You do. You see 2 horses, in fact, both of which have some stuff being packed onto them, bundles of things and supplies.
Being packed as in there is somebody there.
Not currently, but there is, like I said, these supplies and stuff. They're pretty packed full of things.
Law just goes, do we have a description on the horse that was stolen?
We do not, but
We do
there
not.
might be some kind of bloodshed because the rider was shot. So there might be some kind of blood left over.
What was it? Was he shot? Or
Yeah.
was the kid that was back at the
I thought
The
he was
kid
shot.
The kid was shot,
What?
yeah.
right?
But
So there wouldn't be blood out here because neither of these people.
No, it'd be,
Well, the
I think
boy.
Jacob's saying like it'd be on the horse, like there was spatter
got it,
on the horse
got it.
somewhere.
Okay. I understand now.
yeah, because
And
we don't
criminals
have a
don't wash
description
blood
of the
off
horse.
things.
Yeah,
That's,
obviously not. Especially not in these times. How hard is water to come out or to come by out here? DM.
Pretty
Pretty tough.
tough.
Okay. No running water in this establishment, I'm assuming.
Well, that's not true. There is a river far off in the distance. It cuts through the middle of town. It's not very close to this area, but the house is actually a stone's throw away from the river.
Oh,
All right.
okay. So maybe they.
Law, how far out do you think that house is from here?
DM?
That house is probably about 400 or 500 feet away.
About 400 to 500 feet between us and the house.
All right. I think we should dismount from here.
Although, Wayne,
Go
I'm
on
deeply
foot.
interested as to how you could see it without me telling you what was
Fuck.
going on.
Oh no, continuity here. Quick, Jerome, redo this. Go back 2 minutes. Law, what you see out there?
We have the sheriff with us, right?
Slim.
No,
is
we
with
have
you all.
Slim.
So we have
Yeah,
eight
I forgot
guys
Slim.
with us.
Oh, by the way, Nathan, for your information, Slim is useless as fuck.
Nah.
Oh, good.
I love Slim.
That's
don't
not
know
true.
that.
So, Law,
I
when
love
you first
Slim.
see Slim, you see that Slim is has straight dark hair down to about his shoulders. You've never seen a human that looks more bored than him. He appears to be an adolescent, probably around 15 or 16, and he's got a pretty nice pistol, well maintained at his hip.
And his father was a criminal.
So Law zooms out and goes, "Gentlemen and child, we can see there is a small house about 400 to 500 feet in that direction. There seem to be 2 horses there, loaded with supplies. And also, relatedly, gentlemen, why have we brought a child with us?"
He's a deputy, I guess, for the sheriff. So sheriff
Law
sent him with
just
us.
looks at Slim and looks back at Wayne and looks back at Slim
I know, Law.
and looks at Wayne and goes, "But he is a child."
I know, Law. I didn't choose this.
Well,
He was sent
Law,
with
how
us-
old are you?
I feel like that doesn't count here.
Law just
because
turns and
he's
goes,
a robot man.
"I have been manufactured. To say that I have been born or to give me an age would be falsely inaccurate and misleading."
Okay.
You're all right by
Anyway,
me, Law. Your
Slam.
age don't matter right now.
Hey,
However,
hey,
Do you know what this house is?
Slim looks at you guys, lets out a really long sigh, and he's like, "Sometimes people don't like living in the community, so they just set up shop near enough that in an emergency they could show up, or they could come hop on a foundation during a shift. But I mean, the outback here's full of people who think they can make it on their own."
Do you know any of those folks? Like maybe you know who lives in that one?
No idea. I don't leave town much.
Can I get a not deception? Can I get an insight vibe check from
Yeah.
Slim on this one?
Yeah.
Thank you. Vibe check. That's what we called it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Insight. 1 sec.
Law, he looks at you and he says, "Yeah, I'm pretty young, but I'm also the fastest gun in the West."
Wayne laughs. That's a 12, by the way, for my vibe check on him.
12. What are you trying to determine?
To see if he's giving me the full truth or if he's bullshitting me a little bit.
With that 12, Slim's really hard to read because you've only seen really one expression on his face right now, and that is
God,
bored.
freaking Kristen Stewart ass.
Yeah. However, he seems as genuine as he can be about it. He's looking you straight in the eye. He's not like feeling weird about it or anything.
Okay.
After
Gentlemen.
the fastest
Oh, well.
gun in the West comment, Law just looks at Slim and just goes, unlikely.
This is why I like Law.
Well, boys,
gentlemen,
I
I
think the
think-
only thing we can do is find out. And I'm going to start riding to the house.
Shouldn't we dismount here so we don't lose our horses too? I guess we can take them down, but
400 feet is quite a long distance to walk, and the horses were clearly being packed to be leaving.
fair enough.
All right. So you all begin making your way towards the house. How are you approaching it? Are you trying to approach in different directions? Are you trying to just head straight in, trying to be stealthy about it?
My plan was to head straight, and then when we get closer, start taking a logical and stealthy approach.
Yeah, I think Jacob's right on that one. We head down there and then we'll split up.
When we in like an arm throw away.
Follow the lead of the other three for now.
All right.
Oh shit, that's right. Dakota's character is a pacifist. Oh no.
I'm not a pacifist. It's just I need some dire circumstances to pull my weapon, like people falling out of the sky, a bear bopping me in the head. You know, normal stuff.
So you all begin making your way. It's pretty wide open. You kind of go over a few more hilltops on your way there. How far away would you kind of change your tactics here?
I would probably say about 100 yards. I'm going to stop. And
Okay.
we all talk about our strategy.
Absolutely. So you get to the bottom of a hill. You know that once you crest this one, you're going to be looking right down on the house.
So, anyone have any good ideas?
Law, can you see from here of that house, see how many entrances there might be that aren't windows, just like doors? If this is one door in and out.
DM.
You climb to the top of the hill stealthily and try to look in. Can you give me a stealth check, actually?
I sure can. Good God. 9. This dice is done for today.
Put it in dice jail.
9. So, you creep your way up to the top of the hill. You're still not feeling fully booted up since going into your sort of power saving and repair mode. So you might not be as stealthy as you usually would be. However, when you get to the top of the hill, you see that you all are... You can hear the river now. It's rushing by. It's to your left. The house's entrance, its actual front door, is also on the side of the river. There's a small back door facing to you all's right. On your side, there is a single window. It's pretty small. It doesn't have glass. It just has shutters. The shutters are currently tightly tied together. Yeah.
Are they like the slat shutters that are just like pieces of wood straight up and down? Okay.
Law turns around and goes, there seem to be 2 exits from the building. A front entrance facing the river and a back entrance facing away.
Alright, well, we can split up. I know it's a little uneven numbers, but 2 of us can go to the front, 3 of us go to the back. I mean, dismount when we get closer.
One of us should make sure they cannot reach their horses.
I turn to Slim and I go, think you can handle that?
You want me to what exactly?
Do nothing,
Okay.
as you are a child. Law turns to Wayne as like, he is a child. He should not help with this. He would be in unnecessary danger.
By law of the town, I am a grown man.
Law looks at... Law just like looks at him and goes, not by the definitions of Thomas Derby and Derby Mashing Company.
Well, I know Mr. Derby gave you specific instructions, but some laws are different in different areas. So I think at this time, in the situation we are in, we'll have to let that slide for just now.
In law,
The
I know
law
it's not.
is the law.
may I make a suggestion?
Yeah, Kenneth, what you got?
I'll take the child. We'll watch the back. You three take a
Man.
frontal assault to the house.
We need someone to be near the horses.
The horses are in the front, so if we just guard the front, then the horses will be fine.
All right, then Law, Shunsui, and I will take the front. You and Slim take the back.
Slim should remain here. 2 of us can take the front, 2 of us can take the back.
Right, but as a man of God, I'm here to protect the people. And if you think that Slim is a child, I'll protect him.
He's got a
You
point,
make
Law.
me go with the Reverend.
Does Kenneth have a weapon on him?
I assure you, there is no need to worry.
That's a player question.
Oh, yes, he does have a weapon.
Law just like, you see Law's eyes look at your gun and again look back at you and goes, doubtful.
All right, how about this? Slim and I will take the back. I know, Law, you don't want him going. I will watch over him. I will put my life before his, or put his life before mine. Said that the wrong
Also,
way.
oh yeah, go ahead.
Slim being in danger is entirely unnecessary. If Slim
He's not
remains
gonna be
here,
in danger. He'll be with me.
You
if
all
Slim
are
remains
aware
here,
that
there will
I-
be no opportunity for danger, and we will have even numbers for the doors.
You all are aware that I outrank you.
Wayne kind of looks at him and was like the not the time look.
Look, I'm gonna go up. I'll take the back door, and he just starts walking.
I'm gonna follow him. I'm gonna turn around. You three, take the front.
Wayne stealthily runs to the front door. So I will
Law's
roll
like,
that.
the boy must be protected, and starts following Slim.
Great.
No, you
Well, I'll
fucking
take
hunk
the
of
front
metal.
still.
Get it.
All right,
That's a 16 stealth.
16 stealth. Gotcha. Law, if you're going to the front, are you trying to be stealthy about it, or are you just following?
He's probably being as stealthy as Slim is. So basically, whatever. If being next to Slim and like catching up to Slim requires him to not be stealthy, then that is what is. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay.
So yeah, Slim got a little bit ahead. He's cresting to the top of the hill, and as he gets to the top, he kind of crouches down, and he's going a bit slow. But he gets over the hilltop, and you lose sight of him for a second. Wayne, you follow very quickly, and you are very stealthy. You actually kind of start crawling as you get over the crest of the hill and begin moving. Kenneth, did you roll stealth?
Oh, no, I can though.
Okay. Unless you don't want to.
I got a whatever 9 plus 3 is 12.
A 12.
Look at you, big math.
Yeah.
You follow, and you're also fairly stealthy. Shunsui, are you still going towards the front door?
Yes, I am.
Or are you trying to do it stealthily?
So everyone else is being stealthy, then I will too.
Okay, cool. Go and roll it.
That's a 19.
Nice.
Yeah. Shunsui, you move like the evening wind and vanish.
Do you want me
Pink
to?
kimono.
Am I re-rolling my stealth, or am I keeping the number from earlier?
I'm gonna have you keep your 9, I think. We'll go
Sounds
with
good.
That. So, Shunsui, you are the last to move, so we'll get to you in a minute.
Can I get a recap of who's in what area? Because I thought you said that Slim and Law was heading to the front, but I thought they were heading to the back.
No, they're heading to the back.
Yeah, apologies.
Okay.
So, Slim,
problem.
Law, Wayne, and Kenneth are all heading to the back door.
No, I was headed to the front.
Awesome.
All right.
I did say front. Sorry, I did say front. I'm pretty
perfect,
sure.
Perfect. Absolutely fine. Wayne, Shunsui are headed to the front door. Law,
Dang.
Kenneth, and Slim are headed to the back door.
I think we all just needed a recap.
Wayne-
So
Yeah, no, I needed it. As soon as Kenneth, you're one of the first ones over the hill right after Slim. Law, it takes a second for you to catch up. As soon as you get like over the crest of the hill and start to crouch down to attempt to kind of hide yourself again, you all hear a gunshot, and the dirt in front of you, Law, puffs up with some rocks, debris, and dirt, and hear someone call, "Not a step further!"
Can I see where that shot came from?
I'm assuming the house is what.
Well, like where in the house? Like from a window? Is he?
There's the
No.
single window facing us.
Law, you are the first one to look up because you see the direction it's coming from, and you see that those shutters that were tied shut are now wide open, and you can just barely make out a gun barrel resting on the ledge. Wayne, you also hear the gunshot, look over the house, and see a gun barrel sticking out.
Am I close enough to the door where can he see me, or can he only see Law and Slim and Kenneth? Because I'm going towards the front. Like, okay.
Yeah, can I?
Wait.
I'm gonna press my luck and try to scooch up a little closer. But hopefully, my stealth will have been good enough.
Got you with that 16 stealth. So okay, you continue on your way. Shunsui, what are you doing towards the front door?
I'm also going to continue.
All right, so yeah, you all keep your scores. You're moving very slowly though, so your scores were very high, but that's going to mean it's going to take you quite a while to maintain them.
That's fair.
Law and Kenneth, what are you all doing?
How far away are we from the house? Basically?
How far are you from the house? You are, let's say, about 100 yards. Well, no more. Well, more like 80 yards after you've crested the hill.
Okay.
Ugh, what's yards to feet? That's awful.
80 yards.
Oh.
3 feet to a yard.
240 feet.
All right, so you're still quite a ways away.
Almost a football field.
Yeah. What would take probably on horseback 3 rounds, and on foot maybe 4 or 5. That's a rough estimate.
4 or 5 with just the movement moving forward, or is that including like action dash?
That's not including action dash.
Okay.
It'd probably be about the same as if you were riding on a horse if you were to fully dash
I'm
there.
gonna make a bold play here.
Do it.
Alrighty.
Do it. Strike me down with your
I am going to just, as soon as I see that puff of smoke, full sprint to the backside, like towards the backside of the house.
Got you. So you're going your movement action and a dash action?
And then I'm going to action surge,
Okay.
and I will dash again.
Oh! I know what his class is now.
So
what is that? Your speed is 60, Kenneth?
my speed is 30. That's
It's 30.
base
Oh,
speed.
yeah, a horse is 60. So you move 90 feet. So you've cut the distance pretty much in half. You can get there in another 3 movement actions if a dash is one of those. So
Right.
be it.
And that's what I'm hoping for.
right.
Also, as I'm running ahead of me, do I see any kind of like rocks or anything that I could like slide down behind to kind of get cover since I've been sprinting for a hot second?
Give me a survival check.
Alrighty.
See how good you are at spotting a good...
Do you want? Can I use
Good cover.
perception over survival?
Sure.
Awesome. Help me out just a little bit. That's a 5. I am haven't ran in a while.
No. So if you want, you can choose to just hit the dirt, but that's all.
Yeah, I think I'll do that. I think I'll just hit the
So
dirt.
you all see Kenneth make just a beeline straight for the back wall, going incredibly fast, and then just dolphin dive onto the ground.
I think, and then right at the end there, I just want to look up at like the house to kind of see like what the fuck is going on ahead of me. But
Okay.
I think that'll be what I do for right there.
Gotcha. Law?
Is there cover near Slim?
There is, yeah. We'll say that there's a boulder that's probably about waist high.
Law turns to Slim and says, "Behind the boulder," and then he's also going to haul ass towards the house, using a different set of actions: movement dash, cunning action dash.
Yeah.
So you just see a robot just suddenly. You just see Law. He's like drawn on the window, and then he just like just fucking flies forward.
In about half as many steps as Kenneth, just giant bounds. But you all are actually going about the same speed as each other. So yeah, you see Kenneth take like 2 steps. You, even without looking at Slim, say behind the boulder, and you're just a step or 2 behind him, and you both run and hit the dirt.
Wayne and Shunsui just see 2 guys just fly across.
Yeah,
Wayne mumbles to himself. He's like, God damn.
Wayne and Shunsui,
Stay
yeah,
low.
you see the dirt still like kick up and be settling. You also watch as Slim completely disregards what Law had said, and he's like jogging up behind them.
Also,
From an angle of the house. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
This is the most fun Kenneth has had in his whole life. Like, this is second to
Is foot
playing
racing a robot?
for him. Yeah, he's never had this kind of experience in his life. He's enjoying the hell out of it.
So
Law
Wayne and
also-
Shunsui.
I should also say Law also probably hits the dirt alongside.
Mhm.
Does Law dolphin dive as well? Or does he just kind of fall like a thud?
No, he doesn't dolphin dive like forward. He does like a side, like actually I feel like the entire time he's running, his pistol is just like trained on the window, and so as he dives, it's like a sideways dive so that he's still trained on the window.
Nice.
Wayne and Shunsui, what are you all doing?
How
How
close
far
are
are
we
we
to the
from
house?
You all are, let's say, 200 feet away when the gunshot goes off.
So all our party members are now in the dirt, facing the window that the bullet came out of. Right.
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Wayne and make hand symbols to tell him to go around back. Now.
I
And
nod
wait
and
for
I.
my- And then I'm also. I mean, I'm guessing we can communicate. So I'm gonna give him a hand symbol to go around and then say, "Wait for my signal."
Wayne nods and books it around back.
And I'm gonna head to the
Gotcha.
front door. Is that gonna be my whole?
Yeah, that'll be your whole turn. So the movement action will be you moving towards the front door. You're only going to get whatever your speed is closer to it, though. And if you all choose to dash, you'll have to re-roll your stealth checks.
Yeah.
Wayne, you also make your movement speed kind of cutting across to head where they are. Luckily, it seems like whoever shot it has aimed his barrel towards where those 2 are and isn't going to notice
So
you for now.
Right.
since they are focused on our allies, do we get advantage on stealth if we want to break it?
Sure.
So I am going to
Good
go
DM.
ahead and
How
do my.
generous.
Then I'll dash, and I'll also action surge
Yeah.
to dash. So that will give me. That will give me 90 feet. So how far am I now? So 90 to. So I was 200 yards.
Yeah, so you're about 110 feet away.
Okay, I'm gonna stealth there then.
Awesome.
While I'm
16.
16? Okay. Wayne, what's
DM.
up? Yeah.
So I'm not the biggest magic user. I'm trying to figure this out.
All good.
Non-detection spells. How does that work for me? Using non-detection on myself, is that a thing or?
Yeah,
the
you
third
should be able to use it on yourself. I believe it's most often used to make it so that people can't track you. So I will actually have to look it up here.
Okay,
And,
yeah.
see
So
if
let
it can
me.
help you hide.
For the duration you hide a target that attached to divinity magic, the target creature, any place, object no larger than 10 feet in any dimension. Target can be targeted by any divinity. Oh, never mind. I think that's just a magic thing. I don't think it's anything to do with him. Am I
Is
reading
that?
this
Do you
right?
have that spell or no?
Yeah, it's the 3rd level. I cannot say this word.
Oh yeah, it's just to protect people from being seen by someone casting a divination spell.
Okay,
So it
never
won't
mind.
outright hide you.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast blur on myself,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna use I can only get 30 feet, so I guess I'll take my 30 feet. So
I'm assuming we're in some kind of weird non-initiative combat stage right now of just trying to get
Yeah.
to the house.
So yeah, I've used blur on myself now.
All right. So blur just makes it so people have disadvantage on trying to hit you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, if you all choose to look away from the gunner to see Wayne running towards you as he breaks out of his cover, for a second, you see him, and then it appears it's like looking through a fire at him. His image seems to wobble, shift, and shimmer.
It's a mirage.
Yeah, it does kind of look like a mirage.
That's crazy.
But you see that he is still coming in your direction. However, Shunsui is nowhere to be seen. Maybe you saw a streak of pink for a moment, but he's hidden again. Shunsui, you're still probably another round away from the house. It's getting back to the turn of the guy, the horse thief. And he is going to go ahead and say, I said don't move. If you don't move, I won't have to hurt anyone.
DM, real quick question, by the way.
Yeah.
Were there 2 horse thieves or just one?
There
Two.
was just one horse thief. There were
What?
2 horses that were
Oh,
stolen.
2 horses.
Oh,
Okay.
oh.
I misheard that earlier then.
Absolutely.
I'll have to change that in my notes.
Can Wayne hear him yell that when he's
Yeah,
while
everyone could hear him yell that.
Okay.
I feel like once Law sees Wayne start moving, Law just sort of turns his head to look at Kenneth and goes, "This was not the plan."
Fuck the plan. I'm gonna start booking it again.
All right.
Half your movement
Does-
to stand up, buddy.
Oh, I am aware.
So, the gunner on his turn, after saying that, readied his action to take a shot at anyone who continued to move. So, Kenneth, does a 14 hit?
Does a 14 hit? Is that with disadvantage, or are you counting for like when I stand up?
When you stand. Yeah.
Okay. 14 ties.
A 14 ties, meet or beat, but I said that it goes to the defender in the case of the players. So, Kenneth.
This is God looking out for me.
All kind of benevolent DM.
God's up there like, it's like, I got you, boy.
So, Kenneth, you barely evaded. You literally feel the wind rush by your ear, and you kind of have that, what's the word? A ringing in your ear as you continue to dash forward.
And now you have tinnitus.
Okay. Can I change the trajectory of where I'm dashing?
The trajectory. So, where are you trying to head?
I want to dash. Is the window bottom floor?
Yeah, there's only one floor to this house.
I'm dashing towards the window.
Okay.
And yeah, I'm going to use my action to dash as well. So that'll give me...
Oh, I see what you're trying to do. Okay.
Got you.
And I'm
Gonna ruin my backup
going
plan.
to, I'm not going to hit the ground off this. I'm just going to get ready to keep going.
All right. So, you narrowly dodge being shot. You make your way straight towards there. I'm going to say you were about 110 feet away. So now with your full movement speed, that puts you at about 80 feet. With another dash, you're down to about 40 feet. And that's where you stop. Law, what are you doing?
Law just sort of says, after he sort of starts seeing that happen, Law just is like, none of this was in the plan. And he goes, he's going to keep going towards that back door, I think.
Gotcha.
So he's going to stand up. And then with the rest of his movement, head towards the door. And then
Gotcha. You're also about 110 feet away. So are you using a movement, a dash action, and a dash cunning action?
yeah, I think I am.
All right. That'll leave you, I believe, 30 feet away because you had to use your movement to stand.
Half of it. So I have, should be 15, 30, 45, then another 30 is 75 feet is what I moved for this turn.
75. Let's take you from 165. So yeah, you are about 35 feet away.
We're slim.
Slim is following right behind. He's about 10 feet behind Law
They
at
can't
this
shoot at
point.
Slim if they're focused on the guys bum rushing them.
Well, actually,
Yeah,
he can't be that much because he can't do that many dashes. So Slim is
Yeah.
actually like probably 60 feet away at this point.
Okay.
We just took off. Slim's like, fuck.
He's winded.
Don't
All
try to
right.
race adults, kid.
Yeah, get that stamina up, boy.
So Shunsui, what are you doing?
So I am. How far did we say? 100.
I want to say you were still 110 feet away.
As a free action, because it's communication, I am gonna let out a unique whistle. That I'm gonna say that all my party members that heard me do on the trail when we were coming on, part of my storytelling.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna whistle, and then I am gonna activate my cloak and make it look like the house is on fire. My thought, just so everyone knows, is the house is on fire. They are gonna leave the house. In where I am gonna ready, I am gonna then ready a action at the front door for my bow, for someone that comes out.
Gotcha.
And that's gonna be my turn.
Gotcha. So you continue to move. You get to about 80 feet away. You go down onto one knee, bow drawn. You let out a whistle, and you activate your cloak's ability. And to everyone else, it seems like the house has just burst into flames, specifically on the inside. You hear the man inside go, "Huh!" And the barrel gets pulled back from the window, and he disappears into the house.
What the hell? I'm still going up. Whether it's on fire or not, I'm getting this guy.
Gotcha. So,
But I know the whistle, right? I've heard that whistle before.
yeah, you all hear a whistle. As Shunsui said, he had told many stories along the wagon train on the way here, and he had a story about a bird prince, and this whistle was a big part of that story. You recognize it.
Wayne's gonna assume that was the sign, and this might be something that Shansui's done. So I'm just gonna keep running at the door. So I'm gonna take my 30 and then I'm gonna dash.
Absolutely. So you were about 110 feet away with that dash, and then it's 60 less. So you're what is that? Oh, math is hard. I believe 50 feet away at this point.
Sounds about right.
All right. So you make that dash. You do that. All right. At this point, everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Yay!
That
And,
is
just throw your initiative into
10.
the chat. Go ahead
Okay.
and just type it in the chat with your name. All your names.
Jacob, stop copying me. No, fuck.
Love that.
I do want to point out, I did have an action ready still.
We are perfectly split for our initiative.
And of course, Slim rolls better, motherfucker.
He's so good.
All right. So, so you all can just choose who goes first between yourselves. I won't make you roll for that. Slim
Wayne can go first.
sees the guy disappear into the house. He lets out a whistle, puts his fingers out, whistles, and his horse starts trotting up towards him, and he continues to run towards the house. However, since he has no one to shoot at, he can't see anyone, and you can see that he actually hasn't grabbed his gun yet. It's still at his in its holster. But he moves forward. He's still probably about, let's say, 40 feet, because I don't want to do more math.
Yay!
Yep.
Yay,
And that's
dumb math.
Dungeon Master math right there.
So, Kenneth or Law, who's going first?
You want to rock, paper, scissors for it? Because I don't give a shit.
Yeah, just type out what you want to put in chat, and then we'll say it at 3.
1, 2, 3.
Fuck!
Oh, come on!
Alright, one more time.
Again. 1.
Wait. All right.
Sorry. Are you both ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. There it is.
Hooah! All right. I'm a robot, man. It's got to be rock every time. Come on.
I gotta remember that for the future.
So law. What am I? 35. From the door or from the building?
From the door.
Okay. So in that case, Law is going to use his normal 30 feet of movement to just get to the corner of the house.
Okay.
And then he's gonna like Law's also really confused about the whole fire situation. I think even with the whistle business, Law is like, what is happening?
That's fair.
I agree.
Although does the fire give off heat?
No, it does not.
So Law's going to get closer to the house, and then upon not sensing any actual heat or anything, I think the servos in his brain are like, probably can't hurt, and then just like put his back against the building, and then he would like to I would like to use cunning action hide.
Okay. So go and give me that stealth check.
Jesus fucking Christ. 7.
Put it in jail.
Okay.
Put that die in jail.
It's the other dice.
So
Running out of dice.
Are you against the wall of the building, or do you go into the building to do this?
I am against the wall of the building because even though that hide check was terrible, I would like to ready in action with my palm pistol if anyone comes out of the door.
Gotcha. All right, that's your turn. Kenneth,
I need new
what do you-
dice.
I think I'm going to take probably about 5 more feet towards the window, and seeing that the flames had come up, I'd probably be a little reserved about it, so I'm not going to approach it too crazily. And I think I'm just going to drop down kind of halfway, just like onto a knee, and reach underneath my cloak behind me, and I'll pull out my pistol, and I'll train it on the window, hold my action.
Gotcha. So you're
Combat without actions.
Yes.
All going to my
Lots of
plan.
plans. All right. Awesome. So, yep, you drop down to one knee. You get a steady aim, and you're ready to shoot if anyone comes in front of the window. However, right now it is just the illusory flames that are kind of coming up and blocking your view of the interior.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Wayne and Shun, who's going first?
Wayne.
Okay. What is I? 50 feet? Yeah. I'm gonna take my 30 feet towards what? Am I towards the door right now? Towards the front?
Oh, wait. Sorry. Real quick. I misspoke because the horse thief goes next.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, fuck
I
you,
won't
Wayne.
do what I was gonna do.
Nor should you. There we go. For everyone. Although I did spell thief wrong. Oh, no. So, Shunsui, you're probably the only one to see this, but the horse thief bursts out of the front door.
As soon as I see him come out the door, I'm going to tell him to freeze in the name of the law and drop to the ground.
Got you. I'll tell you what. Give me an intimidation check with that.
1.
It doesn't
So
even seem
scary.
like it seems like he barely hears you. He kind of glances your way for a second, hops onto one of the horses,
Well,
grabs the reins of the other one, and uses his action to order them to start riding off.
Well, as soon as I don't see him freeze, I'm going to take my shot.
Oh yeah, go ahead. My B.
Nat 20.
Nice, nice.
So either take max damage or roll it and double it.
Oh, I am going to roll it and double it. $14. That's the double.
So as he hops up onto the horse, you send one straight into the middle of his back. He lets out a
Non-lethal.
That's fine. That's fine.
As
him
the
in the
arrow
head,
enters his back.
non-lethal.
Oh, sorry. Non-lethal arrow to the center of his spine. Pardon me.
That's tough.
Yeah, as I was saying, he kind of comes forward, falls forward a bit. He's still alive, but he lets out a yelp and kind of with all of his strength, he just slaps the ass of the horse to get him to both get moving behind him. And they are taken off. They get only about 30 feet away at this point. Also around this point, Slim had whistled for the horses. He only whistled for his own horse, but the other horses came on command, so they are nearby.
Oh, that's
if you
good.
all would like to hop on them.
How far are they from me? Like, because I was 50 feet away from the door at the time. So how far
They're near
are
Slim.
those? No, not our horses. The thief and.
They are 30 feet away from the house, away from the direction that you all were in, so further north. So that would make it... Okay. We're going to move into a chase, guys. Let's not worry about distances too much.
Okay.
Here's how the chase goes. I'm going to use alternative rules because chases, in my opinion, are way too complicated. It's a skills challenge. I'll briefly describe this skills challenge. So,
Can the first
I'll tell
skill
you-
challenge is can Law get on the fucking horse?
we're going to go in round order the same way we were doing initiative for this combat. There will be at least 3 rounds of this skills challenge. You're trying to get 3 successes before you get 3 failures. Anyone who gets 3 failures first is going to drop out of the chase. Anyone who gets all 3 successes will catch up, and then we might move into another combat or a social encounter. Rules of this skills challenge: you can attempt to attack people in lieu of your, well, as a part of it. I'll just make it like a dexterity or strength or whatever you're trying to do. And damage can still be dealt to people. You can't use the same skill that you used last time, and you can't use the same skill that the person before you used. So get creative with it. Have some fun. I'm definitely willing to bend stuff if you all can make an argument for it. So,
All right.
I'd
Also,
like to make a religion check to pray that my horse goes faster.
I'm also going to say I'm pretty sure my blur has ended. So
gotcha.
it only lasts. It's a minute and it's concentration, so I'm not concentrating anymore.
All right. So you all see Slim hop onto his horse, and just so it's not too complicated for you all, I'll just roll his 3 here and see what happens to him. So he hops on his horse. He's going after, but he doesn't get super far. The horse is being a bit cantankerous, what with the gunshots being fired and the house on fire. Next up is gonna be Law.
Do we need to know what skill Slim uses?
You won't know what skills he uses. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Cool. So Law is going to magically get on this fucking Shire horse somehow.
You hop on the horse.
Hell yeah.
Hydraulics.
And then here we go, DM. I'd like to use acrobatics, and with the process and the thought process being, the horse. Law actually, as the horse is coming, fires his gun or does something to make the horse go faster as it's approaching him, and then he would like to use his acrobatics to get on the horse as it is barreling past him at full
Perfect.
speed.
Love it.
Exactly what I was gonna do.
Well, too bad. Acrobatics is my best ability, so...
Well, Shunsui, you probably can because there's a lot of people in between you and Law.
Oh, is it not in that round?
The
but
person
it's the-
before you, not
Got
the
it.
round.
Okay.
Nice jail.
9.
9.
That's me.
All
My
right.
Digital roll. My digital rolls been shit, so I'm only doing.
Alright, these dice are
Dice right
done. Goodbye.
All right, so Law. As your horse comes up, you attempt to make a shot near it. However, it misfires. So the gun is just going to be non-operational until you can have someone work on it. But it only had one shot anyway, so no worries. You still hop on your horse as it's going by, and you jump on it pretty lively. It doesn't freak it out too much, and you land in such a way that it doesn't get injured. However, you don't get that boost of speed, but you are still on the trail. That is one failure. All right. Next up, we have Kenneth. What are you doing?
Can I just yell for him to stop? Or is he a little too far out of earshot?
He's still within earshot. It would have to be a pretty mighty persuasion, intimidation, or potentially deception based on what you're trying to say to him.
We have 40 men on the hill. Don't move.
Can I just yell, "There's landmines out there!" Just really loudly?
It's going to be a deception check.
Can I persuade him to think that there are landmines out there?
No, that is a lie.
Yeah. Okay.
You can try to persuade him of something else. Maybe you'll spare him.
Why would you?
No,
Persuasion's the better skill. Why would you lie?
Stick with landmines, you know? I made my bet because they're dangerous, man. You don't want to run into a landmine.
Roll it.
Blows out from underneath you. 7.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness, I love this.
All right, Kenneth, so you yell that out to him, and he doesn't seem to really hear you or register it.
He throws a middle finger.
Yeah. However, you maybe have a thought after you say it that he has been living out here for who knows how long.
Maybe he would know there's not landmines.
You thought there was no landmines out there.
However,
I'd like to
your
cast
horse...
Wish and put landmines out there.
Your horse does come up next to you, and you're able to get on it.
Get
Yep,
going.
and get in the chase. Next up, we have the horse thief. Actually, no, he doesn't, because he's being pursued, and it's all up to your successor.
Just like,
so,
there's no landmines out there.
yeah, the horse thief just continues on his way and kind of spurs his horses on. Next up, we have Wayne.
I'm gonna do an athletics, so I'm gonna... Oh god, how do I do this? How far is the horse away from me?
It's coming right up on you. Depending on how you want to describe it, it can be...
As the horse is coming up on me, I kind of jump, grab the reins, and swing myself on, and just keep going like nothing happened.
Okay, yeah, so not slow down. Awesome, go ahead and roll it.
Come on, baby. Better than a 7 and a 9. I'm gonna kill myself.
We're having a great day, gang.
That's an 8, baby!
I think we have had less than 5 rolls today that have been over a 10. If you
I'm
don't
gonna
count initiative.
I'm gonna actually scream. Like I don't know what to do
All right,
here.
I think-
Shunsui.
Okay.
Scheisse.
I am gonna do. Okay, Dion, let me know what this will be. So I'm gonna look at my horse and like move my make it so I am gonna use my movement and dash to move, trying to make the horse move it use like a dash and just for slave attacks. And then I'm gonna be as it running, I'm gonna kind of like jump onto the horse in full sprint as we are both in full sprint.
Okay, gotcha. So you're doing a similar move to Wayne, but rather than just muscling yourself on, you're trying to like match its speed, kind of relay race style, and hop onto it. Yeah, that would be probably acrobatics or just a straight dex.
Well, I was thinking acrobatics, or if you wanted animal handling, that's why I was.
Yeah,
running.
I can see animal handling. I can see that, but either one.
Okay, I'm gonna do acrobatics, so I have +5 in that. That's gonna be 16.
16. All right. So Shunsui, you really smoothly, you sort of whistle for it to continue on past you, and you're running next to it. You all emerge, and you extremely smoothly hop up one leg over, get on the horse, and begin riding it. So everyone is on their horses, and you all begin making your way along the riverside, chasing down this guy with his 2 horses. Before the next round of your skills, you end up following in the chase for what feels like a few minutes on horseback, and you are nearing a bluff. There's a bluff coming up kind of away from the river that he turns up towards. There's 2 entrances into it. He goes into the right entrance and goes up on in. And
For
with
our
that...
less educated people, what is a bluff?
Bluff. It's like a flat kind of solitary mountain type situation. There's some paths that lead up, and then it kind of just like is smooth up top. There's not really a peak.
I mean, I
think you're
knew,
bluffing,
but
DM.
anyone else that didn't know, I just felt like everyone
Of course.
Yeah.
It's about to get the path might get a little dangerous, a little hairy. Is basically what I'm getting at here. But yeah, 2 entrances, one to the left, one to the right. Tell me which one you're going down, and oh no, I lost the initiative order. Well,
I just put it in. I think it was Slim, Law, Kenneth, Thief, Wayne, Shunsui. Yeah?
Perfect, thank you. So yeah, Slim follows right up along the right path, and he's doing his thing. Next up, Law, what are you doing?
I'm also gonna follow. I'm gonna follow the path that the thief took.
Gotcha.
And I'm gonna try to summon a reason. Oh wait, does Slim count as a character in front of me?
Yeah.
So when we take this path, is it like a sort of a canyony path where there's walls on, like, sort of walls on either side, or is it more of...
Yes, and there's walls on either side, and it seems to kind of be a natural formation that's rising up. It's like the smoothest way up.
So I want to use acrobatics again.
Okay.
And here's my thought process. I want to basically run, use my arms to pull me and the horse further along the path as well.
Nice! Oh, that's awesome!
So you see Law just sort of like monkeying as well as on the horse.
Yeah, go ahead, roll it. I love that.
God, fuck, this is
I
not gonna
just-
work.
Wait, did you use acrobatics last round?
Oh, that's right, I can't use it 2 rounds in a row.
Got you. You could do that with like an athletics check as well. I might be persuaded to let it be sleight of hand.
I would love if it was sleight of hand.
All right,
Persuasion,
sleight of
go.
hand.
With the argument being, I'll make the argument at least.
Persuade the truth.
With it being that like I'm using sleight of hand to like find places
handhold.
in the rock outcroppings to actually give myself enough hand footing
Yeah.
to really yank myself along.
Enough leverage.
Yeah.
Beautiful. No!
I mean it's fine. 14.
Oh yeah. Okay, so
Whew. Dude, scared me there, Nathan.
Law,
It's-
your arms just slightly extend as you begin quickly identifying the best spot to grab. The first one that you do, you grab both sides and you shoot yourself forward, really like hugging with your legs the horse underneath you. It seems to be like startled by it, but it lands it and it continues to run. And so every now and then you're grabbing, thrusting yourself forward, and you're going so quickly that you actually overtake Slim. You're a little bit ahead of him, probably within firing range, let's say 20 to 40 feet in between
Oh,
you
you
and
mean firing range with my gun that's broken? Awesome.
All right, that's a success. Kenneth, you are up.
Okay, my question is are we like single file right next to each other? What's the
You
tell you what,
all are spread out.
since I was the same initiative as Law, I'm gonna assume that our horses are kind of side by side. And since
You're a
he-
little ways behind Law, but yeah,
Okay.
you don't take off as quickly or smoothly.
I'm gonna take the left path.
All right, you head down the left path. What are you rolling?
I'm gonna roll. Okay. I don't really have a plus into this, but I think it would be really funny. So I'm gonna pray that this left path is useful. That it is the correct path, that my judgments are pure.
Give me your
It's a
religion.
cliff.
Oh my god, please!
Genuine,
No!
genuine religion check to pray
Oh
that this
no! Oh, Dakota!
I got a 3.
Yeah.
Dude, Kenneth is gonna die.
Kenneth.
Yeah.
Kenneth.
Yeah, that's me.
Dear Kenneth.
Yeah.
Oh no!
Sweet.
Baby
It wasn't a
Kenneth.
path after all.
It was just painted up.
Coyote wall.
Oh god, no!
My
You just hear in the distance a deafening, powerful meep meep.
See, that's why I love you, because now you've written a new antagonist for me right here.
We're gonna have to fight Roadrunner.
Well, that's what
Sheriff
we're-
Wile Coyote.
Only
He's
using
a,
Acme
he's a
products.
werewolf.
Yeah. The standard rifles are all Acme brand. No.
Oh no!
So, Kenneth,
Yeah.
you take your horse down the left path, and you send up a prayer in the proper way that you learned. Less to get an actual answer, but more genuinely just praying that you'll be able to find your way out of here, or that you're not going to end up in a head-on collision. You don't get much in the way of a sign that your prayer was heard, but yeah, you're just making your way. You kind of, after a few seconds of heading that way, you don't really hear anything else around you. You seem to be completely separated from the bunch. Next up is the thief.
That's tough, bro.
Yeah,
Wait, the thief doesn't go. I gotta remember.
I'm
that.
just
Okay.
out here.
Oh,
I'm
shoot,
living my
yeah,
life.
Wayne, you're up. Wayne, you're up.
Okay, so before I pick my path, can I tell you what I'm gonna roll to see if it helps me pick my path? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to roll
That's what I
survival.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I want to roll survival to see which way, like the best way to navigate my horse through these bluffs to cut off the thief, or at least catch up to him, so I'm not so far behind.
For sure. So you're kind of trying to use survival and your knowledge of like this kind of landscape to see if they'll merge again. If
Yeah.
this is potentially a safe bet. Yeah, totally fine. Roll it.
Okay. Dice jail. That's a 7.
Woo!
Seven.
We're
Gotcha.
so good.
Wait,
at
question.
Incredible.
Wait, Jerome. If I am, if it's like, what do you call it? If I'm proficient in it, I'm proficient in it. So what do
Yeah,
I?
because wait, you're a ranger and you chose desert as your preferred terrain, right? All right,
Yes,
we'll
I
say it's
did.
with advantage. So roll again.
Oh, thank God.
I don't trust
dude.
that die, so I'm gonna switch. Actually, do I give it a second chance or do I put it in die jail?
No, fuck it.
It's gonna be
Get
a
outta here.
lose-lose situation,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
Hold on, I'm gonna do math. It's 14.
14. Okay. You've been among bluffs like this before. You know that it's uncommon for them to split in this way with these two separate paths. However, it's very likely that they will merge again at some point. So it's hard to tell if this path would have been any safer than the other one. You can't really tell that in the few seconds that you have. But you make your way, you shoot past Kenneth. Kenneth, you're still kind of keeping up with them, but now you're behind, and you are continuing on the path. Next up, Shun.
Did Wayne also go left?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, tell me if you don't want this, because I was thinking the same idea, but I was going to use perception.
Don't want it.
I was going to study the path from where I'm at to find the smoothest and quickest way to get to the peak.
I'm going to say that's just a bit too similar.
That's fine. So, I need a moment to think now.
All good.
You done messed up,
Literally what I was
Aaron.
about to do.
That's what you get for rolling low initiative.
I let him go ahead
All
of
the
me.
good stuff's gone.
Horse riding is a skill that we learn very young, and like we practice. So I'm actually gonna kind of create or follow the same path that the rider is going, but me and my horse are gonna disappear. So we are gonna ride silently and out of sight. So I'm gonna roll stealth.
Okay.
That's a 10.
That's a 10. All right. Shunsui, you are following quickly behind Slim and Law. As you begin making your way up there, rather than following the path straight, You're kind of looking around to either side. You do see that there is a path that goes up a little bit higher than the rest. It's probably something that some sort of like goat or coyote or something would take, so it's difficult to get your horse on it, and the horse is clearly uncomfortable, but you do make your way up that. You get a better vantage point, and you see that there's a spot where you might be able to cut them off by without having to move too quickly. The trail kind of meanders and then comes back to a position that you can get in front of.
How far is the thief from me now?
He's out of shooting range and out of earshot. You can just barely see him, but you do see that he will loop back
I
around.
mean, I have a
and you'll be
different
able to-
range, so I don't think he's out of my range. I'm not asking for range. I'm just because I have a range of 150.
Yeah, I'm just saying that his path will intersect with yours, and you'll be able to
Okay,
stealthily get
then I'll
there.
wait around for what I'm gonna do.
Gotcha.
The girlfriend needs my height. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. Next up, top of the round, Slim is continuing to make his way along with you, Law. He's kind of keeping pace with you now. It is your turn. What are you doing?
All right, I want to go for broke, DM. I want to use my I would like to use my acrobatics to stand on the top of my horse and leap and attempt to tackle the thief from his horse, in hopes to end the chase here. But obviously, if I fail, I'm gonna fall out of the race because I will eat shit.
Yes, I love it. Let's go.
Here we go, nat 1, baby. Let's do it. Natural 20.
Yes!
Fucking God.
Fuck yes, son!
You feel
Aw,
strongly
nice
that I'm
roll.
critting on skills. It is then a 27.
Oh my lord. Unstoppable, this man.
He is the law.
I am the danger.
So, you, Slim, and just you and Slim are making your way, following him. He gets to a point where he has to cross kind of an old rickety bridge. At this point, Shunsui has kind of crept ahead, and you see him kind of off in the distance. The path is coming to where Shunsui was set up for kind of an ambush strike. Kenneth and Wayne, you all have just rejoined this main path. It looped around a ways, but it came over. You come around the corner just in time to see Law standing as if on like a surfboard on his horse before leaping forward, grabbing and knocking him off to the side. However, they are still on the bridge. So you leap, you catch, and you get your leg kind of tangled so that you don't fall, and you have him, you're both dangling from the bridge. Everyone else is still pretty close here.
So it's gonna be Kenneth now.
Yes.
Okay.
Dakota!
I am on this bridge, dangling off. Is that what I covered?
No.
I
You're
am.
not.
Oh, lion. Okay. I
Law
thought you were saying
and
when
the
we
thief.
came
Actually,
around,
rather than dangling Law, you've just grabbed it. You have him in one arm in kind of a big hold, and you're holding on.
Go gadget grappling arm.
The horses continue forward, but they stop when they see Shunsui up there.
Okay.
I am at full extension. Please
So-
assist.
What? So can you lay out what I'm seeing at this moment as I come around the corner?
You and Wayne have just rejoined the path that they were on right before
Right.
you got to the bridge. Both
Okay.
paths lead to the bridge. You and Wayne are at one end of the bridge. Shunsui's at the other end of the bridge. And on the bridge are Slim, Law, and then Law's dangling off, holding onto the horse thief who has been knocked off.
Gotcha. That's a tough one. Can I go ahead and perceive how sturdy this bridge is?
Yes.
Okay. Are we in skills challenge still, or is this
Yes.
just okay? Yeah, I will go ahead and I will perceive how sturdy this bridge is. That is an unnatural 22.
Sexy.
19 plus 3.
I love when I roll a natural 22. It's the best.
Oh wait, sorry. Natural 21. Plus 2,
21?
not 3.
So, Kenneth, as you're making your way up, you have worked with ropes actually quite a bit. And
Yeah, you have.
Yo.
You have been a part of building, sort of building projects. You've worked on scaffolding, all that kind of thing in the construction of new temples. And you can tell that this has seen quite a bit of wear and tear, but that it is still sturdy.
Okay. I guess I will, if I'm close enough, get over to Law and attempt to help him not fall off this bridge.
Yep. You make your way over to Law. Slim has dismounted and is getting in position to try and help Law up. And with that, Wayne, what are you doing?
So, skill for this. Oh, God. You just use perception, right?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, shoot. Oh, God. I don't know. Okay, I'll try. It's not my highest, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to use, I want to take my rope, kind of tie into a lasso, and kind of get it around Law in case he starts going down.
Yeah,
So
you
kinda
kind
toss
of
it-
Law.
Kind of lasso Law, so I'm going to use sleight of hand.
Sure, works for me.
All right. Oh, off the table. 1 second. Sorry. Stop going off the table, you bastard. I swear to God. Hold on. Let me roll over
Roll
here.
it on a different surface, Kenny.
No, because it's a 19. Oh, roll on this surface.
All right, Wayne. So you quickly pull the rope out of your pack, get in lasso, throw it out, and it goes Law right around underneath. It's so hard. How does it hit you?
I do that.
Arm
I'm
is up.
fascinated to see how this rope gets around me.
Let's say rather than Law, it actually loops around sort of the shoulders of the thief that he is holding on to.
That's actually probably a better call, so he can't fight Law. So yeah, I'm gonna So what's his face's lasso? Once you find out what his name is.
Yes. All right. So Wayne, you got that, and we're just finishing up this round. So Shunsui, what are you doing? The horses have headed your way, and you're witnessing all this happen.
Well, I see that they have a rope around. How long is the bridge?
Let's say it's about 30 feet across.
Okay. I'm trying to think. I have two options. Either I'm going to stop the horse or I'm going to help. I'm trying to figure out what Sun Tzu would do more. Help a friend or stop the horses.
If it helps your decision making at all, there is a lasso around the horse thief.
I know.
Slim and Kenneth are both in position to help Law out at this point.
So I'm going to stop the horses.
Got you.
So I'm going to use
Animal
animal handling.
Yeah.
And I'm going to get off my horse. And pretty much... Well, I'm going to roll first, and then I'll describe what I do. Well, that's a nat 1, so that's a 2.
We should go to the casino with this luck.
Yeah.
Hey, that was...
The horses begin slowing down. You hop off in front of them. However, they didn't see you until you hopped off and into the path. So they rear up, and they're freaking, they're kicking, they're kind of going back and forth and bucking, but they are not able to get away. Just because it's a really slim path, and they're very conscious of the fact that there's a pretty bad drop off. But yeah, that'll end the skills challenge. Did not end necessarily how they will in the future, but I like it. I like the bold move. Law, you are pulled up by Slim and Kenneth. It takes them quite a bit of effort because you're pretty heavy, but they do get you up.
I am 270 pounds.
Nathan came in clutch.
I think including what I'm carrying, like my equipment, I believe I'm 350 pounds.
Good God.
So yeah, Wayne, it's actually really necessary that you have the horse thief tied because you're basically like doing the entirety of the weight of just him while they do their best to get this 350-pound metal woodman up. But you get off the bridge, you get onto the side, the man is tied up, and
I'm going to hog tie him once we get off the bridge, by the way.
As you start to try and hog tie him, he's like, "What are you doing? Please stop."
No, sir, you stole these horses and shot that poor boy. You don't get no say right now.
Please, I didn't mean for anybody to get hurt. They just wouldn't give me the horses. I needed the horses.
What do you need the horses for?
I gotta get back to Exultia.
For what?
I lost my wife and I lost my kid. They starved, and I'm just trying to get back.
Why? Shit. Hold on. Wayne's in a moral dilemma. Give me a second. Wayne just has this 1,000-yard stare, just staring at the ground at this point.
Law doesn't have a moral dilemma. He finishes that hog tie if it's not done.
No, it's the hog tie is done. I just don't know what to do with him at this point because I've just got that stare going on.
Oh,
Please,
well,
I just needed the
Law
horses.
puts him on the back of a horse.
Please, I haven't eaten in days. I'm just trying to get back.
Law goes, you will be provided meal in jail. And just sort of flops, Red Dead Redemption style,
Yeah.
puts him on the back of the fucking horse. And he goes, you are under arrest for horse theft. Please do not continue to resist.
Please don't take me in. You know what the charge is. You know what they'll do to me.
The law is the law.
Fuck.
Alright.
Jerome.
And then Law starts like patting his horse and is like, you are a good horse.
Jerome, can you get that bottle cap ready?
Sure. What's heads?
Heads, I put him on my horse and I take him back over to town instead of being on Law's horse. Tails, I let Law take him, and
I mean,
when we get
heads is you have a conflict with Law where you try to get.
I was
the
going to
horse.
say, the man is on Law's horse. Law's
Okay,
not going to be like,
so-
why
What
are
I'm
you
hearing
moving?
what I'm hearing is heads, you're okay with this and you don't try to stop the proceedings. Tails, you are going to greatly desire to let this guy go and potentially try to do something about it. Yeah?
yeah.
All right. Though it may pain you, you think it's probably for the best that he serves his sentence.
Wayne just gets on his horse, just mounts his horse and starts heading back to town. Doesn't say anything to anybody.
Law does come around and like sort of crouch so that he's looking the thief in the eye, and goes, "You are being charged with assault with a deadly weapon, and horse theft. How do you plead?"
I do not plead.
Strong choice.
A thing like does his brain like? Is there a synapse of like what they do if they refuse? What to say if they refuse to plead?
So
Or is he explicitly expecting a guilty or not guilty?
I think he's explicitly expecting you guilty or not guilty, but with this, your best bet is probably to take it to an official of the actual like justice system, like a judge. It's not your job to determine it. You were told he was a criminal. You
Solid.
apprehended him. It's time to bring him back.
So Law just stands and goes, "Good enough," and gets
And
on
lets
his
him go.
horse.
Yeah.
Gets on his horse and again pats his horse, and is like, "You are a good horse."
All right.
What-
Does anyone do anything?
What color
else,
is
or
the
you wanna
like? Are there any details about? Are these horses ours, or should we not care about any of the details of these horses?
Let's say for now, you probably don't care about them. If you all want to purchase horses later or something, these are
Cool.
just the horses that were given for use in this particular chase. Since you were deputized, they're owned kind of by the sheriff's office or loaned.
Cool.
Got it.
Let us return to town.
Jerome, Wayne will be doing something a little hasty when we get back to town.
Sure. You all make your way back to town without issue. Slim leads the way. You do see on the way back, he's kind of like, he looks at you all and he's like, that was pretty cool, honestly.
Law just turns and goes, "Locate, apprehend, and watch. It is in my title."
Wayne's quiet the whole way back, but his eyes are shifting around towards Law's horse, where the horse thief is at.
Absolutely.
Quick question, DM.
Yeah.
Does anyone notice
Because
that?
the palm pistol is not a gun, but like attached to Law.
Yeah.
Can Law use his own tinker's tools in an attempt to repair it?
Yes.
Cool.
I will say that Law actually has enough knowledge of a firearm that in lieu of having a gunsmith, you can spend time repairing firearms. It'll probably just take you a little longer than it would them.
Sick.
But all right, so you all make your way back into Boomtown. It's just after sunset by the time you actually ride into town. A lot of the buildings are lit up with lanterns of some kind. There's a couple of campfires kind of on the outskirts of town where people have set up on the empty foundations. And you all make your way to the sheriff's office fairly quickly. A reminder of how the sheriff's office looks. It's a big stone slab. On top of it, there are many cages exposed to the elements. And in the center of it, there's kind of a really small, pretty shabby looking house. That's the mayor's office or the sheriff's office. So you make your way up there, and Hanley is leaning in the doorway.
I drew Boomtown.
Oh my god!
Nice. Hell yeah.
Just the key important places.
Is that other guy still in the cage too? That one that was there originally?
Yeah, the other guy is still in the cage. Currently, it's just him in the cage. Sheriff Hanley sees you all, he smiles, and he says, was anybody injured?
No, sir.
And he looks to the guy with an arrow still sticking out of his back. Is he alive?
No, sir.
He's fine.
Law gets off the horse.
No one performed medical services for him. We just hog-tied him and threw him on the back of a horse.
Pulls the guy off and goes,
About it.
I forgot about the arrow. You shot him.
I forgot there's an arrow in his back.
I'm the one to put it there.
Oh my goodness.
Is the mayor nearby, DM?
The mayor does not seem to be nearby. It's just Sheriff Hanley. However, he's probably at his manor.
I walk up to the sheriff. I've just got my horse tied to the post, and I go up to the sheriff. I'm like, I need to talk to the mayor before we do anything else. I know what the law is for horse thievery out here, but I point to the guy in cage. He also stole a horse, so maybe we can do something a little similar to him.
Law goes, it is pronounced horse theft.
I look at Law, I go, not the time.
Sheriff Hanley looks at you and he says, well, of course, no judgment will be cast until we can get one of the circuit judges to come into town, so he'll be in holding for a couple of weeks before any sentencing is done.
All right.
It is also not just horse theft. And Law is probably saying this as he's like putting the guy in the cage. Yeah. This man unlawfully shot and wounded an individual.
At this point, the guy is extremely exhausted. He was bleeding out for a while. He's still conscious, but he is having a tough time. And Dr. Victoria actually walks out from behind the sheriff. She was prepared to patch anybody up, and she begins tending to his wounds.
Oh, by the way, DM, did what happened to his gun?
His gun. So, yeah, it's still in his holster, and the rifle that he had is strapped to one of his horses that you all have brought back.
Law goes to hand over the weapons. Both of those weapons. I'm assuming it's another palm pistol in his hand, that he's got holstered. Takes that, and then he also takes the rifle out and goes to hand them over to the sheriff.
The sheriff says, the sheriff talks to Slim really quickly, and they just have a short conversation about what happened, giving him kind of a status update. And Slim says, they did a great job. We could definitely use them going forward. And Hanley looks at the four of you, and he says, I really appreciate what you all have done here. In catching this man. I'd like to ask you all if you would be willing to do services like this in the future. I won't necessarily call upon you extremely often, and you're not necessarily employees of me, but you can be temporary deputized from time to time. If you don't want any part of that, I understand. But if you do, just want you to know that there is money in it. And he sends Slim. Slim goes and grabs a bag with some coins in it. And Deputy Hanley.
Sheriff.
Thank you. Sheriff Hanley. He doles out 30 silver pieces to each one of you. He says, if I call
Law
upon
just
you...
sort of looks at it, and it's like, Sheriff, it is my primary objective to be an official of the law here. I do not require payment.
Oh, right. Well, I suppose the rest of you can split this 30 amongst yourselves then. I appreciate that. What was your name again?
Gah, I really need to memorize this shit.
Locate, apprehend, watch.
Law goes, I am designation Law. Locate, apprehend, and watch Unit 000001, sent from Thomas Derby and Derby Machina Company. I've come to help protect and serve this community.
And he looks at you and he kind of raises an eyebrow when he hears Derby and Derby Machina Company. And he says, what would Thomas Derby have to want to do with our community?
I turn to the sheriff and I go, I don't know too much about this Derby fellow. What can you tell me about him?
He's a business tycoon and inventor. He's big time. I don't know what he'd want to do with Boomtown. I mean, this is a wonderful gift. I'm sorry. I don't know what to refer to you as. Are you a person? Are you an item?
Law just goes, I don't know. You may refer to me however is most pleasing to you.
Right. I don't understand why we would be gifted this person.
Thomas Derby is simply eager to bring civilization and peace to the western border towns.
I see. Well, I appreciate your help, Law, and I will be glad to be able to count upon you going forward. The rest of you, does anyone here have an objection to being occasionally deputized?
No, sir. Whenever you need me, you just let me know.
Since I'm
I'm
working
okay
under
about
the
it.
mayor, I'm assuming as long as the mayor wants me to, I'll be at your side.
Only if you really read, but if you have other people ahead, call them first.
All right. When I call upon you, you all can expect anywhere from 50 to 80 silver pieces as payment, depending on how bad it is. Obviously, that's not a lot of money, but if you're looking for something more, bigger prize, you could always look at our wanted board there. You may not be able to turn the criminals in here, but maybe one of the other towns might have a bounty for them. For instance, a couple of the guys up there, we won't accept here at this prison.
What
But
do you mean?
with that, he goes and he grabs also a couple of deputy badges and he hands them out to all of you. Don't wear these unless you're on official assignment from me. And if you'd like, go ahead and keep those firearms he had. Slim says, yeah, they were using pea shooters. And the Deputy Hanley looks at you all and he says, what firearms are you currently using?
I got a palm pistol right now.
I will also draw my palm pistol from behind and show it.
Got a longbow when I need to use it, but that's for
This is literally all I have. This and 19 bullets. Very light weapon.
Law quick draws his wrist pistol.
Gotcha. Yeah, you'll be needing something else. So you all get. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull this up here.
Real quick, DM. Also,
Yeah.
I would like to ask everyone, if there's no objections, could I possibly have the possession of the rifle?
Law
Fine
was
with me.
actually going to ask the sheriff if he could have it as well.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
It's all good. We'll be able to settle this. I'm just trying to make sure I got everything.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
I don't need
So-
any of it, so it's all you guys.
Melee users, boo.
I have
All
used
right,
my
I'm
bow
actually-
more than my swords. So.
That's fair. That's fair.
I'm gonna put the info for this in the group or in the Discord. I'll put it in the handout section. Sorry, we do have more gameplay. I just want to get this out of the way here.
No, that's fair.
All good.
Cool.
Wayne does want to talk to the mayor at some point.
Absolutely. As soon as we're done here, we can get
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
that. All right.
Before
So
that,
the
Kenny, I do want to talk to you.
Oh, you want to talk? Okay.
Shunsui wants to talk to Wayne, so
Okay.
we'll play it in character, but I'll make sure.
Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that before the mayor then.
Yeah.
All right.
so
Damn.
from the guy, you get an Ironheart 6-shooter. It's a pretty standard revolver that you can find. They're usually fairly expensive, but they're kind of the base model. I'm doing the Red Dead 2 system effectively, where there's pretty standard version of everything: pistols, revolvers, hunting rifles, like a sniper or like a long arm rifle, and then any like magical firearm you get will be one of those types.
Is this
in?
This isn't in D&D Beyond, is it?
No, it's not. You're gonna have to copy it down.
Sad.
too
All
custom.
right, time to go to the homebrew section.
Yeah, I can look into creating some custom ones as well, because I used to make a lot of weapons for my old sessions.
So,
You
it?
can create them, it's just you can't add rolls.
Does
to functions,
do
but-
palm pistol bullets work for it or no? What do we do?
You'll have to get specific bullets for it. All pistol bullets will work for all pistols and such for all the different types. So yeah, you'll have to get some 6-shooter bullets in order to use it. However, he hadn't fired off anything with it, so there's still about 20 bullets with it.
So who's getting that one?
For the
That's up to
6-shooter,
you guys.
I am looking to up my arsenal with a longer range rifle. If not the rifle that we got here, the game rifle, I might look for a more long arm rifle style.
All right, hold on. I'm confused. So the sheriff is handing us all 6-shooters, or are we trying to figure out who's getting?
You're trying
The
to figure out
1
who's
6.
getting what. The 1 6-shooter is from the horse thief, whose name is Jameson, by the way. That never came up. But Jameson's Ironheart 6-shooter, there's one of those. Jameson also had a Ironheart game rifle. That is another one of those. However, after putting those on the table or whatever, he says that you all can look through the armory. The armory is just a chest with a couple of firearms set out in it. But he just asks that you take as little as you need, simply because they are hard to get and they're a little bit low on them. So here are the other guns available. I'm just going to give you the name and you all can choose based on that. But that's what you can get and how many bullets you can get with it.
Like I said,
Are those
that's all
are
up to you
those
guys.
ones-
I don't need any.
Is the marksman prize a long range?
Yeah, the Marksman's Prize is, I believe, another
Is-
game rifle.
Is that so? That's in D&D though.
No, it's not. None of these are
It's
in
not?
D&D. These are
Oh,
all homebrew.
balls.
Got it.
I would like a long range weapon if all possible. Seeing I
Gotcha.
a ranger, so
Yeah.
if
Like I said-
I don't take the Ironheart, I'll definitely go for the marksman prize.
See, I was over here thinking about getting one of the long arms because I've got zoom in eyes, but since everybody wants to stay as far back from combat, we're just going to be leaving
Well, no,
Shunsui up there
I
to
can
die.
keep my I can keep my
mean-
bow and arrow. Fine, I'll
Right.
take the
Well,
I'll take the
Beside this, I'm going to run to the bathroom again.
I'll take the 6-shooter, I guess. And then y'all can have the marksman or the Ironheart or the whatever the hell, the Ironheart game rifle. The two of you can figure out which long distance you want. I'll take the Ironheart
No.
6-shooter.
I mean,
Because
do
I
what you-
I still have a bow and arrow as well.
I'm trying to think, because I don't want to give away too much of my character. But I also I can make do with not a long range rifle, though, if you two wanted the longer range rifles. Like That's all good. My biggest thing is because I'm a like gunner sharpshooter training kind of person that has gotten that training, I can ignore loading property. So for the longer range rifles that are an action to reload after every time you shoot it, I can ignore that. and
Then
just
I'll
keep
take the
firing.
six.
That's true.
I'll take
That's
the
true.
6-shooter then, because I can still use it as a ranged weapon. So
Okay.
I'll take the 6-shooter, and when I get the chance to get a rifle, I'll get a rifle. But I'll keep the bow and
Okay.
arrow as my super long distance. I'll take the 6-shooter.
Do you want the marksman's prize or the Iron Heart? Because I'm assuming they'll be kind of similar. The only difference is that the game rifle is going to do an extra d6 to beast creatures.
Yeah.
I think actually, looking at it I forgot about that reload property.
Yeah.
What's the reload property on the Marksman's Prize, DM?
The Marksman's Prize is also reload 1.
That's like
forget
the
that.
downside to the longer range is that they're such a slow reload.
The Fenton scatter gun is a shotgun. It can
Yeah.
hold 2. It's a reload 2, and it does like cone damage. It's called scatter is the property. So
That is a
anything in, like,
double-barrel
15-foot
shotgun.
cone. It is a double barrel shotgun.
I
And
love
the Fenton pistol is, I think, the same strength as your little pea
It's a
shooters.
sawed-off shotgun.
Yeah. No, it does hold 4 bullets instead of just being a one shot.
If no one takes a scatter gun, let me know.
All right. I think Law is just going to take the 6-shooter.
All right.
From
Law's
the
got
Ironheart 6-shooter. Okay.
Yeah. Law will take the 6-shooter.
I will. Okay, so you'll take the 6-shooter. I'll take the game rifle, and then are we cool with Wayne just having whatever he wants from the armaments?
Yeah, I
Is
mean
that-
the Sheriff Hanley is pretty much like
gotcha.
everyone get a good gun. So yeah.
I
Okay.
will just take the game rifle. Then you have your pick at everything else. Then.
Okay. Jerome, do you have any of the stats for these other 3 guns?
Yeah, I do. 1 second. Which one are you trying to look at?
I'm between the scatter and the marksman prize.
Maybe Shunsui should take the scatter.
All right, then.
Shotgun samurai.
All right. I'll let Jacob take the scatter
I'm not
gun.
taking one. I'm not taking it. I was
No,
joking.
he's joking.
Okay, just send me the. I don't want the pistol. I know my pistol's not great, but like, I need a beefier thing as well. So
Katana in one hand, shotgun in the other.
All right, you said you wanted to know the scatter gun, and then what else?
marksman prize.
Marksman's Prize.
Why do
Gotcha.
I feel like this isn't worth trying to do in D&D Beyond, and I should just transfer Law onto a piece of paper?
Yeah, I'm considering doing a piece of paper for Wayne as well here pretty
Except
soon.
I don't have a printer!
Do you want me to mail you one when I send you the dice?
Yeah, that'll be real quick.
Hunting rifle choice.
I can,
Oh, the hunting rifle does not have 5 shots. My bad on
You can
that
just
one.
write it on
That's
the
a one.
side.
That would be crazy.
Well, how many shots
though.
does it have? 3?
I'm just saying, DM.
It's-
I think a really
those-
cool weapon that we might be able to find would be like a bigger magged long range rifle. I think that'd be kind of cool.
It's an AK-47.
Okay,
Ah! Ah!
if I
Just wait till you guys get to use the lead storm.
do I need to go get ammo for this one?
So
these?
in the original list I gave, I said how many bullets you could take. So if you take the pistol, you get 10 bullets. If you take the scatter gun, you get 8 bullets. And if you get the Marksman's Prize, you get 8 bullets.
He's got 20 for that 6-shooter, right?
Yeah, the 6-shooter
there's
did
20
come
for
with
the
20.
6-shooter.
Cool.
So I'm gonna go with the hunting rifle just so because if I go for the hunting rifle, I can sell my bow and arrow and get more ammo for this. I feel like
Sure. The hunting
I'm gonna-
rifle is that's the Marksman's Prize.
marksman prize. So give me a minute to write this down,
Yep.
and then we can.
Absolutely. Well, we can
Keep
continue
going.
on. I don't think there's a potential for combat a little bit later, but we've got some stuff in between now and then.
Okay.
Law-
Yeah. Let's go. Sorry.
Law also turns to the sheriff after, I guess he puts on the holster, like, confusedly. He's like, but then he turns to the sheriff and goes, "Sheriff, if I may, during this last interaction, I kept finding sand and dust interrupting my functions, aka fucking up my stealth rolls and
You got
stuff.
sand in your ass.
Yeah. And so Law goes, is it possible that I might have a duster coat?
Absolutely. And he goes back and he grabs, he's like, this one's seen a lot of wear and tear, but I should be able to use it. We pulled it off a corpse a couple of weeks ago.
It will be perfect.
Dead man's coat.
And yeah, you get a duster. It's a little bit big on you, but it should work for your purposes.
I check to make sure I can still, like, draw my wrist pistol with it on.
Yeah, no issues
Cool.
with it.
Sick. Law's got a duster now.
All right. So the sheriff says, is there anything else I can do for you? Let me know. If you'd like to take a look at the wanted board, if you see any of them around, it's pretty good rewards for turning them in. But aside from that, I'm going to go to bed.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Good evening, Sheriff.
Have a good night.
What's the misfire for?
The misfire is if you roll that number or below on an attack roll, it jams.
Got
The
it. Thank
gun
you.
breaks.
Ooh. 2.
It doesn't break, it just jams.
Yeah, you can fix it.
If I roll a nat 1, it explodes in my hand.
So
No,
you
if
all
you roll
can
that
either
one,
get...
explodes in your butt.
There's a couple of ways to get firearms in this campaign. You can either pick it up off of someone who is using it. You can buy one of these standard ones, depending on what's in stock, either here or at a gun store in one of the other towns. There's always the potential to visit other towns. Or if the community decides to build like an upgraded workshop or a gunsmithy, you can custom order firearms. If you all can attract a gunsmith or a, what's the class, an artificer to the town.
Got it. And then how many bullets did I get for this Ironheart?
The Ironheart, we'll say it had about 10 bullets. Cool. So what's everyone trying to do now?
Well, I know Shunsui wanted to talk to Wayne before he went off to talk to the mayor, so...
Yep. As you start making your way to, I'm guessing, the mayor's house, Shunsui is gonna walk with you, and ask, "My friend, why were you so quiet on the ride home and so distraught looking?"
What he said about losing his wife and his kid. He's just trying to get back home and figure things out, and I can kind of feel for that, and I don't think he should be hanged for it. I think we should make him work and pay a debt to shooting that poor bastard. But I don't think there's any need to hang him, make him useful around town. Make him do his time out here, and maybe one day he can go back to where he's going. But I don't see a need to kill him.
I agree. There's never a need for more death in the world.
Well, sometimes there is, sometimes there not. This is one of the cases where I don't think there should be, and I'm going to talk to the mayor about maybe not hanging him right away, because that other man in that cage, he's also in trouble for horse thief, but there was no armed assault in that one, so this might be a little more challenging. And I respect what Law's doing, but sometimes not having any emotion might be an issue.
Of course, I mean, I do think Law does have emotion. He is a being just like us. But
I don't know
Law
about that.
hears that and cries a little bit to himself.
Oh no! Oh no!
You just hear like some oil dripping inside his head or something.
Apparently Wayne is robotist.
people and creatures are
didn't
all
hear any of that shit.
Oh man!
kinds
All right.
as well.
Yep. It's eagle eyes, not eagle ears.
Yeah, you can read my lips. All right.
I will assist you in the need to speaking with the mayor. A hanging should not be needed. But we must understand and keep our emotions in check.
Oh yeah, yeah.
This is their town and different rules than where we are from.
Ain't that the truth? Well, all right. Well, let's go see if he's still up.
Gotcha. So you all make your way to the Blue Manor. Law and Kenneth, what are you all doing while they're headed there? It is nighttime, so most of the businesses are closed.
I'll just turn in, probably.
Gotcha. You head
Turn
over to the
in
foundation that your tent was
Sure.
on, and you can start a fire or something, but just prepare for bed.
Yep,
Law?
pretty
No,
much.
only Billy Joel starts.
I'll get some some stuff cooking.
Gotcha. Get something cooking on the
Beans.
fire.
Yeah.
Can of beans.
It's that scene from Blazing Saddles where you just see them, they're all sitting around the fire just ripping ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about some beans, Mr. Taggart? I think you had enough. Oh,
Law?
I don't.
fix your
I don't
gun.
think Law suddenly has a moment where he just doesn't know what to do.
Oh no.
But I guess he would also probably just sort of, upon realizing there's nothing else to do, he would go, probably park himself in the center of town and then go into, sentry mode is what it is. Sentry's rest, which is, it's a long rest. I spend 6 hours in an inactive, motionless state, but I'm not unconscious. I can see and hear as normal.
Gotcha.
Uh,
Quick reminder
can I-
on the rests here. It is just a short rest for a night's sleep. For everyone, it takes a few days. For you, Law, it takes a few days to fully repair yourself or maybe get specialty items you need forged to replace. But yeah, you can spend your time, just open your mouth, use your lamp to start fixing up your one gun and maybe installing the other gun as well as you prepare for bed.
Real quick, can
Yeah.
I walk over to Law and, hey, can you just make sure you're on a lodestone in case we disappear in the night?
What?
So
He
so
wasn't awake for that.
we were told when we came into town that this town likes to just get. And so just make sure you're on one of these square stones so that way when we get to getting, you'll be getting with us getting. You know.
His face. Oh
No, I don't get it.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
no. Oh.
Just get up on a rock.
Why?
God, how do you explain religious trauma to a robot? Because we won't be here eventually at some point. Just strange happenings.
What?
The voodoo that comes down through the river makes this place wonky.
How so?
As in, like, we're here, then we're not here.
Kenneth, just to help you out a
You
little
keep
bit.
using euphemisms on a robot. You.
Oh no.
Just to help you out here a little bit, I'm loving this though. You remember that the terms they used were every now and then a shift will happen, which is like an extreme weather event or something like that, in which the terrain and the landscape will magically shift, and oftentimes people who are caught out not on one of these foundation stones just disappear or somehow are otherwise injured or killed.
Can I relay that information?
Absolutely.
Yeah, alrighty. I will have said that. I will stop using my euphemisms for now.
Law goes, oh my. And then stands up, walks over to probably the lodestone in front of the sheriff's office, and then returns to
Absolutely.
his sentry mode.
That was a fucking masterpiece.
Alright, we can
Yes,
go to the
before he moves though, Law would say to Kenneth, he goes, "Thank you for warning me."
Not a problem. I already had
Alright.
one family member go off into the rift.
So you all knock with the big things. The door's answered pretty quickly by one of the mayor's secretaries, and they say, Is there something I can help you with?
Yeah, I know it's late, but this is very important. I talk to the mayor if he's still awake. This is I guess it could wait till tomorrow, but I'd rather get it done now while it's still fresh.
Who are you?
My name's Wayne Eastwood. I'm one of the part-time deputies, I guess now is what it would be called.
Oh, you're the gentleman that were sent after the man who shot old Oliver Silverwood?
Yeah,
Okay. And you're back? Was he apprehended?
he's apprehended. He is in a cage currently.
Oh, good, good. Is anyone hurt?
He took an arrow to the backside, but has been since removed, and I'm assuming stitched up. Both horses are okay and seem to be in good spirits.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Well, the mayor was planning on inviting that group of people to dinner tomorrow night. If you could just hold off till then on what you had to say.
Yeah, I think that would be okay. I just was hoping not to talk to him in a big group about the situation, but yeah.
Oh, it'll just be the four of you and him. He likes to talk to all of the newcomers to town, have dinner.
Right. All right. Well, yeah. I can. I think we can wait till tomorrow, right? Shunsui? I think. We'll wait till tomorrow then. Sorry to bother you.
All good. Thank you for your service and have a wonderful night. Be careful.
You too, ma'am. I look at Shunsui and I go, well, I guess we can get a drink and then call it a night.
It seems like the others are already in bed, and it's pretty late.
What time is it, GM?
It's a little ways after sunset. It's completely dark out. It's probably only like 10 o'clock, honestly, but people tend to rise early in this kind of community.
Wayne's still going to grab a drink.
Gotcha.
Assuming the tavern's still open.
Yeah, the tavern's open. There's some lights coming from it and a little bit of soft music.
Well, if you're going to head to sleep, go ahead. I'm just going to go grab myself a glass of whiskey real quick.
I'll take a nightcap, I guess.
All right. You all both head to the Burly Cactus Saloon. It's a pretty moderate night, not a ton of people. There's probably a total of 8 mulling around, having conversation. In one corner, someone's playing the piano and singing a pretty gentle tune.
Any Murph's boys?
There's a couple of rowdy-looking guys. None that you identify specifically as them, but there's a couple of guys that got quite a few guns, and they seem to be gambling, having a good time, laughing a little too loud.
All right. Well, Wayne's gonna sit himself at the bar and pull out a cigarette, light one up.
What can I get for you? What can I get for you both? Says Samson the Aarakocra.
Your draft on tap will be fine.
Absolutely.
Get a rye whiskey.
Of course. And he gets those drinks. It's going to be a total of 2 gold.
How much is that silver-wise?
I'll pay the 2 gold and throw in an extra gold.
I just look at him like, thanks, buddy. All right.
Wonderful. And he, in his beak, tests the coins. Very nice. And is there anything else I can get for you all?
That would be all.
That'll be all. Thanks. Samson, right?
Yes, Samson. And you were Wayne?
Yes.
Those gentlemen earlier, were they friends of yours?
They sure weren't, but I'll be making my rounds with those fellas, I believe.
All right, then.
They caused you any more problems after we left?
None. But if you'd like to take advantage of any of our pleasantries that we have here, upstairs are the working girls if you'd like to see one of them. But if there's any other drink I can get you, just let me know.
Thank you.
And he goes off and polishes some glasses.
I cheers with Shunsui and I just down the hash with the whiskey and go back to my cigarette.
All right. Are you all trying to do anything else this night, or is it just kind of RP stuff?
No, I'm going to bed after that.
Cool. So yeah, you all finish your drink, have a pretty peaceful night, and you head on over to where you'd set up your tents, and you all go ahead and have your rest. As you all wake up, You see people are mulling about. As you look out to the croplands across the river, you see that people have already been up and working for quite a while. You wake up a little bit later than sunrise, probably around 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. Law, you probably have been mulling around for a bit longer since you've been aware of everything.
Once I'm charged or whatever we want to call it, Law probably just is on a constant patrol, just around.
Yeah, walking around. Well, Law, then you're actually the first one to notice that a stranger has actually set up shop in town. As you start walking around, you see one individual man setting up a booth on one of the foundations right on downtown. And he's putting up a poster. It's all very colorful and bright. He's dressed in a very colorful, what looks to be a doctor's like scrubs or doctor's robe for the time, but it's tie-dyed, kind of rainbow colors. And he's just working away at it. Pretty soon, as people start getting up and mulling around, he's kind of talking to them. They're coming, they're going, but slowly he's kind of amassing a crowd as he continues to be talking more and a little bit louder and giving a very impassioned speech to the people.
You're a local drug dealer.
Law listens, I suppose.
Gotcha. Yeah, as you come up, you see the sign next to him, which reads Dr. Ephraim Moon, scientist, physician, and miracle worker. And he just keeps going on and building the tension as he's like, that's right, my fine ladies and listeners. My miracle elixirs are nothing short of the finest work of modern science and medicine. He's got really long flowing hair. He's fairly light-skinned and has piercing blue eyes as he continues to go on. And he's just pulling out talismans, telling people why the talismans are great, pulling out the miracle elixir, saying that's why his hair is so amazing, claiming to be able to perform miracles, that kind of thing. And as you continue to watch, I assume fairly perplexed, the other party members you hear and you see the crowd gathering, and you can wander on over if you like.
So you said we have shown up now?
Yeah.
Can I, as I'm listening, I want to try to get a vibe check on this guy. I like Wayne knows he's full of shit, but like I want to see if there's any like malice, like maybe he's like this is all front and he's actually an evil dude who's like, trying to poison the town or something kind of deal.
Sure.
So vibe check was insight. That's an unnatural 20.
Woo!
This
Finally,
guy. This is
some luck turning
this is my first set from middle school.
Love that.
So
you have seen this kind of fucker before. He's probably not trying to poison anybody, but he's definitely trying to sell people absolute garbage. And as you're kind of looking at him and watching him talk this way, he goes, I have proof that my talismans are incredibly effective as well. When I was wandering the outback on one of my many travels through the plains and whatnot, I was attacked by a young gang of warlocks and sorcerers, led by a half-elf. They tried to use their dangerous magics on me, but I was able to turn them away by blowing on this mystical whistle. I won't blow it now because if I did, it might make all of your eardrums bleed.
Wayne walks up to him and kind of like puts his arm around him. He's like, I gotta talk to you for a second, friend. And like kind of pulls him around to the back of the cart.
That's going to be an
That's
a grapple
lot.
check if you're trying to move him.
It's, what check? Sorry.
Grapple, so that's athletics on your end.
Oh, it's not like no, it wasn't aggressive.
Oh, you're trying to like friendly pull him aside?
Yeah. Like, come here, friend. Yeah.
Oh, one moment, my friend. If you'd like to hear more about the merchandise, you can hear it with everyone else. Let's actually start the bidding on this potion.
I do like
Now
this.
it's a grapple check.
Now it's like this is about the half elf.
He looks at you really confused, and he's like, if you could just wait in line, you can purchase something if you like, but just give it a moment.
Now Wayne's getting pissed. I'm like, I'll purchase your teeth from your face if you don't fucking talk to me right now.
At that point, Law walks up, and Law goes, Wayne, it is unlawful to threaten a man in such an open way.
I turn to look at Law. I'm like, this man's selling nothing but bullshit. He can talk to me for 2 fucking minutes.
Law
Whoa,
turns and
whoa,
goes,
whoa, my
Law
friend.
turns and just goes, is this true, sir?
Medium meals. Like,
Of course it isn't true. I sell only the finest of ingredients gathered from across the Feywild. You see, in my many travels with the peoples of the Eventide Confederacy, the tribal folks who move around here, I myself loved one of their women. I traveled with them for many years. I gathered the finest, freshest, most mystical materials from the Feywild, the Shadowfell, the Elemental Plains, the Plains of Plague. He just keeps listing off plains.
Hey, DM.
Yeah.
Is any of that contraband? What he's listing off?
Yes! Yes! Oh shit, that's beautiful. Oh,
That's a really good question.
I love
I'm
it,
going to
Nathan.
say we'll leave it to a roll, and it's going to be an investigation check on your end to see,
Yes.
just based off what he's showing.
He has 2 kilos of cocaine in his back.
Yes. Ah, that Shadowfell cocaine.
Shane cocaine.
Shadowfell cocaine is just cracked black pepper.
That is going to be a 15.
A 15. So you begin kind of looking through the wares that he has there, and he's like, whoa, 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 my friend, look, but you cannot touch. If you'd like to know, I'll tell you what's in all of these. What are you looking for?
Contraband.
Law sort of looks up at him and goes, you claim to have many different types of objects from many different planes of existence. It is likely that something within your stores is contraband and illegal here. And then
I
continues. He isn't like moving anything. He's just eagle-eyeing the shit out of every item and scanning it, and scanning it through his database of shit that's not allowed here.
Gotcha.
Are Shunsui and Kenneth near me? Like,
Yeah, there.
I turn on. I'm like, get the crowd to disperse. I'm gonna have a conversation with this fella, and now I'm grappling him and taking him behind the cart.
All right, if you're going to grapple him, that's going to be an athletics check.
Okay.
Oh.
wait, no,
Wayne.
you
He's
should
not
have put
under
on your
arrest
fucking
yet,
deputy
Wayne.
badge.
That's a 20, unnatural 20.
Unnatural
Nice.
20. All right,
Okay.
let's have him roll. And all right, so you
32.
get your arm around him. Yeah, he gets a 32. No, you get your arm around him, and you start pulling when he's like, "What is going on here? This. What kind of racket is this? What kind of town are you running?"
Law turns to Wayne and goes, Wayne, you are unlawfully detaining that man. Please release him right
Not
now.
detaining him, Law. Having a conversation with him behind closed doors, and I go around.
I
the
am
cart.
currently in the middle of a pitch. This is our business hours for me. I cannot just be taken away. Look at the people. They desperately want my wares.
Law, you are Law says, Wayne, you are unlawfully detaining him. I will not warn you again.
Unlawfully selling bullshit.
There is no evidence of that yet. You may not detain him.
I look this man in the face. I go, tell me about the half elf. Where the fuck was he? I'm not going to ask again.
If you would like to discuss one of the stories of my many travels, in many cultures it is customary to buy a man a drink and have a friendly conversation
Fine,
with him.
let's go have a fucking drink. And I start walking him towards the
After
saloon.
I'm done, I'll see
I
you
start
in a
walking him
little
towards the
bit.
saloon.
He's not.
Law draws on Wayne. With continued hauling of this man away, Law draws the Iron Heart and points it at Wayne and goes, Wayne, you will release that man. You are unlawfully detaining him.
All right, my friends. Law, I'll take care of this. Keep your search of the contraband. Wayne, we will buy this man a drink after he's done with his pitch. A few more moments, we'll be fine. These people are here, as even what he's spouting is bullshit. He is free to spout his bullshit.
Jerome, what's the crowd look like right now? As Wayne looks
the
over?
crowd
Fucking
is-
dispersing.
The crowd is the crowd is getting bigger because this is really interesting and people are like rushing over to see what's going on, why people are shouting. I would say there's probably about 20 people in the crowd right now, mostly adults, a couple of kids though.
Are the
there as well.
sheriff or Slim around?
Slim has kind of moseyed on over, but the sheriff is still in his office.
Can I make eye contact with Slim? To like wait for me kind of thing? Like I need to talk to him?
I mean, yeah, you get his attention. He looks at you.
Like, I nod to him. I shove the buyer around. Like, come find me when you're fucking done with your shit. And I spit at his feet.
I am gonna clean off his coat, like make sure his
Law holsters his gun.
Thank you, Wayne. I will meet you shortly, and I'll bring our friend to have a nice conversation.
I walk
Have
over.
I-
I walk over to Slim.
Have I finished looking at
Yeah.
this shit?
You finish your search, and it does not appear, based on, you're mostly going off the labels that he himself has written on these things. They do give a few ingredients, but all of them are either legal or you don't know what they are, and there might not be a law about whether or not they're allowed. So there's some unknowns, not necessarily illegal, not necessarily legal, who knows.
Okay. Law steps
gonna-
back and turns to the man and goes, "Your wares seem to be predominantly legal. You will be given the benefit of the doubt as you continue to sell, sir."
And he kind of is getting his coat back together, straightening it out. And he looks over to you, Shunsui, and he gives you a very deep bow. And in Elvish, he says, I greatly appreciate what you did for me there. I know that your people are very respectful.
I'm going to bow back and speak back in Elvish. Of course, it must be done. I'm happy that there was no harm done.
Absolutely.
Law opens his mouth and in Elvish says, "Your presence is appreciated, sir, and we thank Shunsui for his peaceful presence in this town."
Before I walk away in Elvish, I say, "Fuck you."
You already walked away. Get the fuck out of here.
So he straightens his coat out and he says, well, the bidding
allow
can
me,
begin.
Allow me, friend, to introduce you back to your crowd. No man should be taken away from his show and then be brought back without a proper introduction.
Thank you.
Now, what is your name?
Dr. Ephraim Moon at your service.
Of course. Dr. Ephraim Moon. Wait, what is it? Dr.
Ephraim.
Ephraim Moon. Of course. And just remind me, because I came in late into your pitch. You were selling magical doohickey?
Yes, magical doohickeys. Scientific and magical. I am where the lines cross. I combine modern science and technology with the magics of the various planes and many of their magical components. Now, I sell talismans, I sell potions, and I sell oddities and other things, which people may find useful in their travels in such a strange and magical place.
Of course. All right. So, since we're going to turn to the crowd, now, my fair, fine lady and gentlemen, I bring you back after this strange abaca of a tale of a magical, a scientific doctor who was able to stand up to the unlawful and bring back unharmed. And here he is now.
Thank you. Now, as I was saying, we can begin the bidding for this hair-growing tonic at, let's say, 5 silver pieces. And the auction goes on for a while, and then someone eventually buys it for like 5 gold. And they purchase it. They immediately start putting it in their hair. After that first sale, things get a little wilder. People are starting to get like more into it, and people are throwing up hands, auctioning. At one point, a man literally like takes the shirt off his back and like trades that in with all the money that he has for the whistle that he had talked about earlier. And after about a half an hour of selling many of his wares, he's like, "All right, everyone, we can begin again tomorrow." Wonderful. Please disperse beyond your way. And if you have any custom orders, don't forget about Dr. Ephraim Moon. Okay, goodbye.
While they're doing the bidding and everything, I go up to Slim and I go, "You know this little horse shit, right?"
Yeah.
While this guy's in town, I want you to keep an eye on him. If you see any half elves talking to him, and I give him the description of what's his face. Like, if you see any half elves look like this gentleman talking to him, let me know.
You are aware that you just described what you look like?
What? No, I don't have pointy ears. I don't have
but
pointy ears.
aside from the pointy ears, that sounded like you.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Legendary.
Jerome, just for the fact that Wayne has never thought about that. Now I'm just like, the fuck. So it's like, okay. But anyways, Wayne goes, all right. So just let me know, all right?
Sure. Yeah. Whatever.
Thanks,
Bye.
kid.
And he walks back over to the saloon.
And
Yeah,
Wayne's just sitting there like, that doesn't fucking look like me. What the fuck?
All right. Ephraim at that point is like, is there anything I can do for you all, or would you like to buy me a drink?
Please, come with us. I'm sure, and I'll keep my friend in check. Don't worry about him.
I'll keep myself in check.
Well, this is
What were all of your
this is before
names
we get
again?
to-
I don't tell him my
Cool.
name.
I am Shunsui Sakura at your service. And I give him a deep bow.
I'll extend a hand. Kenneth Cross.
He takes your hand and like really gingerly like grasps it and shakes it with both of his hands. He kind of grabs and pulls you and he's like,
Okay.
Okay. I am Designation Law. Locate, apprehend, and watch Unit 000001, sent from Thomas Derby and Derby Machina Company.
Derby? Well, he's something of a hero of mine. It's incredible to be talking to one of his creations.
Law just shuts down.
You guys just hear the dial-up sound.
A little wheel.
You all make your way into. You all make your way
You're gonna
into
play a
the
dinosaur
burly
game?
cactus.
On his chest.
Yeah.
Cactus?
Into the burly
Oh,
cactus.
into
saloon.
the burly cactus.
Into a
Right.
cactus.
I'm like, new dangers I didn't even know of.
The tavern is actually pretty filled up today. The harvest has begun this morning, and so a lot of people are taking breaks from it, coming to drink. The whole town's in high spirits, and the place is absolutely packed. And you all find a spot kind of in one of the back corners, and Ephraim sits with his back in the corner, and he's very proper and prim, and he says, I'll have the finest drink they have here, and what would you like to know?
I want to know where you saw this elf and his crew. Half of
Whoa! Before, what does everyone else want to drink? I'll go grab them.
I don't want to drink.
Fair
Law
enough,
goes,
Wayne.
I cannot drink.
I appreciate your honesty, Law. Kenneth?
I'll have water.
All right. And I'm going to go to the bar to get drinks.
All right.
Law
yeah,
then
you go up.
turns to Ephraim and goes, Indeed, I am also interested in hearing about the assault that you, what's the word?
Allegedly
Invaded?
happened.
Assault he
Experienced?
survived. Experienced, yeah. Lobby, I would also be interested in hearing the report you have on the assault you experienced, so that we might bring these offenders to justice.
I see. Well, as far as the half-elf goes, was kind of a lot going on. If there was just something that might jog my memory, and he kind of holds out his hand on the table.
I'm so tempted. I'm not gonna do it.
A high five.
I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But Wayne is like on the edge of putting his fucking knife into his hand.
He looks at you all. He sees no one's moving to do anything, and he puts his hand back in his lap and he says, yeah, it just escapes me.
I throw one silver piece onto the counter, or onto the table, rather.
He looks at it, picks it up. I might know something about him. He's a young fellow.
I didn't ask what he looked like. I asked you where you were attacked.
Oh, out in the outback, of course. Didn't you hear my story?
I love this dude.
Wayne's like,
Shunsui, you come back with the drinks at this point.
And I can him his.
Wonderful. So, if you all don't have any other questions, would you like to play a game of cards?
no.
Oh no, I have plenty of questions. I would love to hear more of your travels and your experiences.
It's all bullshit. He probably hasn't fucking.
Oh,
he probably never got attacked in the fucking outback.
Wayne, it's okay. It takes a lot for someone to lie
How
about
fucking
being
high
attacked.
are you right now?
I am not. So please tell us more details that you have.
Well, Master Sakura, you'd be glad to know I have spent extensive time in the Feywild and really enjoyed my travels. I've never been as far as the Eldrin Kingdoms, but I have been to the Summer Court itself.
Ah, yes, lovely, lovely area. Do you not believe so? What is your
Truly.
favorite? You know what? Those damn prickly pear plants always give me a problem. You ever take? There is the plant. There is the almost looks like an orange that glows from the tree. You ever tasted it?
Oh, it's delicious. The sweetest fruit I've ever had.
Oh, of course, of course. What was that name of that plant again?
Oh, I believe it was a dewberry, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I believe you are correct. Yes.
Wayne slaps 5 silver onto the table and
Hang on.
goes, "Tell me which
DM.
way the half elf went."
Hang on, DM. Can I designate by my knowledge of the Feywild everything he's speaking is true, or is this all?
I tell you what, that's gonna be. Actually, I don't feel like
Insight?
that's a roll. That's something you would know pretty right off the bat.
Mhm.
He got the dewberry part right. However, they're not sweet. They're actually particularly sour.
Oh.
The 5 silver slapped on the table, and he's like, "Closer, but still no cigar." And he pulls the coins toward him.
Looks like you gotta be a big spender today, Wayne.
No, maybe I just have to bust some fucking teeth out someone's mouth.
Whoa,
Wayne,
whoa,
Wayne,
whoa!
Wayne,
There'll be no
Wayne.
need for that. And of course, Wayne, is it? You won't be able to harm me while I have this talisman around my neck.
You want to bet?
Ooh. Wayne.
Law just sort of
Wayne just punches him in the fucking face.
Law.
To prove it's
yeah.
phony, I'm proving it's fake, so I'm punching him in the face.
Law's going to then grapple Wayne.
Wait,
All
did I land my hit? I want to know. Did I land my hit?
I would say that Law is interrupting your attempt to hit him. So go ahead and roll this grapple. Wayne, you can choose either athletics or acrobatics to get out of it. Law, you have to use athletics to try and grapple.
I know.
I'm going to type in the chat to see what Nathan says.
All right. No, that's
Nathan-
great. I got a 9. So the grapple fails. Do I still interrupt the hit?
Yeah, you do interrupt the hit. You move him enough that he does not land the punch. And Ephraim says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, my friends! Let's tone it down a little bit here, all right? I think we got off to a bad start. I'm gonna finish my drink."
Law does say to Wayne, he goes, "One more time, Wayne, and you will be apprehended."
One more time, Law. I'm going to put you into sleep mode.
Oh fuck!
Things are getting kind of tense here. Let's simmer down a little bit, yeah? Now, we're all friends here, right? Right?
fuck
We're all
we
good
are.
buddies.
No,
Wait,
yeah,
I mean-
right.
Jerome, just so you know, after that last coin flip from with the whole thing with the horse thief, Wayne has been on fucking edge. So I'm just like, Wayne's like fired up right now. He has not come down
Absolutely.
from that.
Absolutely. Ephraim says, there'll be no need for violence, all right? We just have to talk things out, all right? I just enjoy...
Then talk, no more coin.
Look, there's a way
Wayne?
of doing things, okay? Information is valuable, yes. Well, I
I
provide
agree.
a service, and you provide me with cash.
Or, if I may, Doctor, I
Um,
love our talks, but I think there is information that is truth here. But obviously, I'm sorry to say to you, but the dewberry is a very sour fruit. So, it could have been a slip of the mind and memory. But if that one detail of the Feywild that you have is false, what else is false about your trinkets? And what an elf of the Feywild
All of
who
it.
traveled here, Wayne, that traveled through here, you know me, and I'm one glass already in. Us elves have very loose lips that could spread out the truth.
Intimidation check, and we'll say it's with advantage.
Is this intimidation or more persuasion? Because I'm not speaking
You're
any lies.
intimidating him.
You're threatening to
Okay.
let things loose. It's a very subtle intimidation, but I would say it's an intimidation. Because you're threatening to discredit him.
14.
14, gotcha. He looks at you for a moment, and he takes a really long, slow sip of his drink. And he says, see, now we're getting somewhere. All right. You want to know about the half-elf and his little magical friends, yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I happen to know that the Raiders, as I knew them, now the Lotdale Raiders, they were running an operation in some of the abandoned mines nearby here. From what I understand, there's many magical materials in those mines, and well, they go for a pretty penny, or they used to, in the main kingdom of Exultia. But there's still quite a few magic users who are high rollers who have emigrated out this way who would pay good money for the services. Let's just say that I've had dealings with these people, that I've bought and sold, and that I got out when I realized that his ambition was going to take the whole thing down. The first rule of business is, when a good thing gets too big, you get out.
Now is he talking about contraband, DM?
Kind of. Again, it's
I
a
like
very
to believe
gray
that.
area.
Actually, because it would be the magic stuff,
Mm-hmm.
but we're not in Exultia, right?
You are kind of. Most of these, there's not a military presence here. You're technically subjects of Exultia in this town, but they are so far away that a lot of the laws just aren't really followed out here. For instance, magic has actually been outlawed in the major cities, but here it's all right. And I would say that Thomas Derby being aware of this would make it so that you would overlook magic
A little
use.
softer on. Yeah, I was thinking that too. All right, carry on.
I will say the fact that they are mining them without permits and selling them is illegal, and him purchasing from them may be illegal. It's another weird area. The fact that he's done business with them doesn't necessarily make it an issue because he's not necessarily a licensed vendor himself. Hard to
Is
say.
there anything with that information, the mining information of illegal magical artifacts? Does that change how Law has interpreted anything that he saw him selling earlier today?
It would mean that some of the things he was selling might have been purchased illegally from one of these people.
Cool.
So, if someone could get me another drink, maybe if you have other questions, I'd be glad to answer. Would you like a custom item created?
Yeah, it's called My Foot in Your Ass.
Very clever. I've never heard one like that before, my friend.
I stand up and I look to the rest of the guys and I just kind of nod at them and I walk out of the bar because I know where I need to go now.
Well, as you're walking out, about 6 guys walk in.
Motherfucker.
You recognize 2 of them, the Dragonborn and the Half-Orc, and some of the humans, maybe. They're coming in. They see that the place is popping off, and Backbreaker says, if it isn't my moon, boy.
How bad of a mood is Wayne in right now to say, oh, God, I don't know what the fuck. Hold on. I'm trying to think of how Wayne's going to react to this.
How often or how soon would I have seen these big boys coming in as Wayne was walking towards the door?
You saw them coming in. They literally step in a couple of steps before Wayne is able to get out.
You fellas
can
come
I
up with-
immediately pop up and walk towards Wayne and like get up to him in time before he does something stupid.
Fellas, come
So,
up
yeah,
with some
Wayne-
cards again.
Wayne, yeah, as you feel a hand on your shoulder and see Kenneth there, he says, I think we should play a game. What do you think?
Well, I love to play, but I gotta take care of some business. You guys gonna be around for a bit?
Oh, we'll be here for quite a while.
I put my hand out to shake his. I gotta keep this fucking illusion going, kind of thing. So I go to shake his hand before I head out the door.
And he grabs your arm and he shakes it and he says, make sure to hurry back.
I'll do my best. I look at the half orc. I go, in orchestra, go, Lucky Charm, and I keep walking out the door.
Yeah, Lucky Charm. They sit down, they start playing, and the rest of you are left at the table with Dr. Ephraim Moon.